What's up, Cloud Gamers? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming Extreme channel. We are at this Stadia Connect. So you guys can see here we have Chief in. We are a little early, trying to get hype before this event. So we're 2 hours early before. So it's pre-show. You know, trying to get pumped up. We like stuff like this. This is kind of like the Super Bowl for us, you know, or the World Cup. This only comes, once every once in a while. So it's pretty cool. So we're trying to get excited, we got some giveaways here, which is gonna be really, really cool if you guys want to be a part of that. We're going to be giving away $10 Google Play card and also a $10 Steam card. How's my volume? Give me a mic check for those of y'all who are in here. Chief, what's up, dude? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, it sounded
Good,
fine to
good.
me, but then I'm not on
Sounds
stream,
good.
so
All right,
in the
cool,
studio.
cool.
So hopefully I don't sound too loud because I think I do come
No,
across a
you
bit
sound
loud in
good.
some
You
ways.
sound good. Cool. All right. People are saying all good. All right. So to get started, man, we have about 25 of you guys on right now. I'm just having the Ubisoft Forward event playing the background, just trying to, get some like anticipation going before the show actually starts. But let me know, man, what are you guys excited to see with this Connect? What are you guys hoping to see? Again, it's all about the chat. Let me take a second to just say what's up to you guys. A lot of you guys are on right now. So let me just give some shout outs. So we have so basically no one likes well, sir, we do. Stan, what's up? I like Stadia. There we go. There we go. Stan, what's up? Welcome. Welcome. Victor, always on point. Hiya. What's good, Vic? DX Nip, what's up, dude? He said, yo. Stan again, what's up, Stan? Andrea, let's do this. Let's go. Let's get amped up. Love it. Hey, Ace. Hey, Chief. What up, Iraq? I hope I'm saying your name right. I can never do it justice, but I think it's Iraq. So what up, dude?
I
Thanks
call
for
him
being
Iraq.
here.
It's
James
good to see
King,
you. It's good
what is
turnout.
going on? What's up? What up, Ben? How are you, sir?
Ben will be joining us a bit later. He'll be replacing me because I'm in between meetings.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I sent the link in the Disco, so we should be seeing more faces just pop in here, which should be awesome. So let's see, Powermonger, how often is the Connect? This is the second one this year. Maybe it's like an
Whenever they
annual
feel like
thing.
it.
Huh?
Whenever they feel like
Yeah,
it.
whenever they feel like it, pretty much. But hopefully, it's like a annual, like, winter, summer, fall.
All right. The
And
first one was
winter
before it
again.
launched, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then we heard nothing till like a couple of
exactly,
months ago, 2-3
exactly.
months ago, and then
Mm-hmm.
we got another one. So
Another one. So I think the
they
other one
haven't been
was
frequent enough to predict when the next one's going to
right,
be.
right. But shoot, we'll take this. This is the second one this year, so this what's up.
They've
This
got a
what's
lot to
up.
live up to after Forward, man.
Right. James King, you're quite you're
I
quieter
reduced
than
my
Chief.
mic, so it should be
I'm quiet.
about
Am
right.
I quiet on this?
No,
Do
I
I sound
reduced my
quiet?
volume, so it should be all right now. Should be
Okay.
about the same.
Okay, cool, cool. Let me know if I need, let me see here real quick. All
Your
right.
current location is 3853 East Street, Springfield, Oregon.
All right.
You just read your address out on stream.
What was that?
Is that your address that just got quoted there?
All right, cool. We gotta keep moving. Just been 4 or 5. Yeah, you guys were really on with the likes. I appreciate it. We had about 18 likes before this even started. Shout outs to you guys, man. Seems you guys are excited for this event like we are, so that's cool. Everyone, hopefully this is fixed, right, Chief?
Yeah, it should be good.
All right, cool. More games. That's what we're hoping for here too, man. That's what.
Yeah, more
Yo,
games.
someone just leaked on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw that, but there's another game officially leaked that should be shown. Now, I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you guys haven't seen it yet. But so far, we have 2 confirmed games that are gonna be here for this Connect. So that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna say the second one, but you guys already know Orcs Must Die was that exclusive that was leaked. So that should be pretty cool. I want Apex. Yo, that'll be a good get.
You
That'll
might
be
as
a
well
dope
say it.
get.
Everybody's just going to go into Twitter and find out in about 3 seconds anyway, like I'm
Right,
doing now.
right. So let's see how much. So we got about 2 hours, guys. This is a pre-show. Trying to get on here early, just say what up with you guys, hang out with you guys, get hyped with you guys. So we'll see how this all goes. Again, we got some giveaways. We're gonna do one before the show and one after the show. So the Connect has not started. I'm just playing the Ubisoft Forward event in the background, trying to build hype.
What's your takeaways from the Forward? What was the biggest thing that they announced that you want to see at Connect?
Well, I can never say this game correctly. I made a video about it and I butchered the name. I think Chief was the first person to let me know. But Hyperscape, right? I'm saying that right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That game, if we can get a Stadia release date, I mean, they should have made it available at the Forward event, right? But it wasn't. But hopefully today, this game is dope. Been playing it a little bit, really, really enjoying my time with it. But what I think will be great is if it does come to Stadia, if it does have crossplay with PC and Steam, and I'm hoping they announce that. I personally will like. They didn't mention anything about Uplay Plus on this Ubisoft Forward. I'm hoping that's like a Stadia surprise, release. That'll be really cool if they say like Uplay Plus is going to be available for sure. I'm going to lower the volume of this down. Let me know if that's a lot, but that's what I'm hoping to see: Hyperscape and Uplay Plus. That
Yeah,
wasn't
that's two big
announced
things I really want.
Right.
Hyperscape's become my new test rig game.
Yo, I
It's
love
so
that
fast
game.
paced. It
I
is
love that game.
killing these rigs.
That's what I call a good um battle royale game. You guys will hear me say it on here. I'm not a huge fan of battle royales. I don't like Fortnite. Apex Legends, all right. PUBG's okay. Warzone, I would say is um my preferred game when it comes to battle royale. But this game right here, like, it really excites me. It's really fun, and I'm really enjoying my time with it, and that says a lot. So I hope this comes to Stadium, man. Because people can experience it, right? I know some people are like exclusive to Stadia, and so I feel sorry for you guys, because if you don't have Shadow or GeForce Now, you can experience this game. And I think this is a game that most people needs to experience. So I'm hoping it comes to Stadia for you guys, where you guys can get to play it, more. So that's my hope. We'll see what happens though. Yo, you guys are on here. What up, Daniel? What up, Stadia Kingdom? What's good, bro? Harry, what up? What's up? Wow, Matthew, what is good?
That second game, Ace, that was leaked, I think that was leaked. It's not really been leaked. It's been known about from a while, from what I saw in some Discord chat
Has it
earlier.
been?
James
Dead
King,
by
Chantry
Daylight?
Base Force. Yeah, Dead by Daylight. He
Okay.
said that was already announced. So
I
you can
didn't.
confirm in chat.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah, chat. Confirm if Dead by Daylight, if you guys have heard that it was coming to Stadia, because that's the game I was saying it's a leak and I didn't want to give it to you guys. But since it's already been said, confirm in the chat if you guys had an idea that that was coming. That took me by surprise when I went and read and saw that video. But that should be coming September, and it should have some pretty cool Google Stadia features in there, which is dope. So
I want
yo,
Hyperscape with that crowd choice. Come on,
yeah,
they've got to drop
that'll
this. And
be
if we don't get Uplay Plus, then Stadia is going to become my second or third used cloud gaming platform.
yeah. Yeah, man, imagine like Uplay Plus with all of, I mean, Ubisoft is going
Legion, man.
ham on
Watchdog Legion. I
Stadia
am so
this fall,
excited for Legion.
right?
And if there's no Uplay Plus, goodbye Stadia, because I'm going straight to GeForce now for
Right,
Legion when that
right.
drops.
Uplay Plus and GeForce Now is just an easy no-brainer, right? Why spend all that money buying those games individually? While you can just hop on GeForce Now and play those games,
So I mean,
the
Stadia's
Uplay
got a
Plus.
lot to live up to in this Connect.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
think there's quite a lot of us
This
hinging.
is,
There's some massive Ubisoft games dropping.
yeah,
And if they don't have that Uplay support, each one of these was dropped, even, Breakpoint dropped at 50, 60 quid
really.
for the Ultimate.
Wow.
That's 6 months Uplay Plus. And you've got all
That's
the other games.
that's that's money, man. That's a lot of money. Crazy. Yeah, Uplay Plus is where it's at, man. And my hope is we hear some announcement today. Far Cry 6 in Hyperscape, Aaron says. Yo, I would have to say I only played Far Cry 3, and I think the villain in Far Cry 3 was probably one of the best villains ever. It was hilarious. But that was my only Far Cry, my last one. But after seeing the trailer for 6, wow. Wow. Really pumped for that, man. Really pumped. Chief, what are your thoughts on Far Cry 6, man? Did that trailer get you like it got me, man?
All I could think of was it's another episode of Better Call Saul. It's like in that, and it's like,
Right,
oh, is that new? Oh no, it's a game, right? Yeah. I
right.
just think of Los Palas every time that guy speaks. So,
Yeah,
um, I was never a massive Far Cry fan. As I said, I'm super psyched for uh, Watchdog Legion. It's more up my street, faster paced.
yeah.
Loads of variety. Absolutely love Division 2. So
Oof.
this Watchdog Legion just looks like
Legions, yeah. Legions
Legion
looks
is
good.
just Division 2 on steroids with
Yeah,
tons more replayability and
right,
variety. Because, yeah, you might do the same missions or similar missions or
right.
Stronghold, but you can do it with a completely different character and do it completely in a different style.
Mm.
Whereas Valhalla, I was really disappointed. Everybody seems to be really hyped for Valhalla. But when I saw the gameplay and the
Yeah.
graphics, I was just like, this is the
Yeah,
slowest
yeah.
gameplay
I feel
mechanics
this
I have ever seen. What is new about
right.
this? It's like it's been slowed down
Yeah,
to a crawl. And I thought these
yeah.
battles are just going to annoy me. It's just going to take so long to kill
Right.
anybody.
You were streaming it, and I said the same thing. I was like, the graphics looks like crap, man. And it seems like a downgrade to Odyssey, and that's not a good thing, you know?
Especially as they played it after the Legion trailer, right?
Yeah,
And the Legion trailer
exactly.
just looks so
Exactly.
clean.
So good. So good. And then the drop. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they have some time to work on it before it releases, but right now that's my least, exciting Ubisoft title that was announced at the Forward event. I mean, right now Watch Dogs and Far Cry for me, and
See, again,
Hyperscape.
with Far Cry being on Uplay Plus, I probably will play it at some point, but when I'm
Right,
bored of Legion, and by that point, Cyberpunk's probably going to be out.
right,
So it's going to be
right,
way, way down my list.
right.
People saying in chat iOS support. If they can get
Oh
iOS
my
support,
goodness! Woo! That would be a really good announcement right
but
now.
also it was mentioned earlier, which I think we missed, but more countries. We definitely need more countries, and if
Oh
they can
yeah,
land both those things, more countries and
right,
iOS support, then they'll
right,
definitely take the market, I think.
for
But
sure.
I don't think anybody's going to get iOS support this year. I
Oh,
think
Chief, don't
until
say that, man. Don't
and
say that, bro.
until
People,
Apple have got their new chipsets out there in the wild
oh,
in most machines, I don't think they're going to budge on any of the new codec stuff, any
mm,
of the change. iOS 14 is bringing out some real big changes to the way
yeah,
Apple
they
work
are.
at a
They are.
fundamental level.
Right,
So I think once iOS 14 becomes the norm operating system,
right.
then they might start changing their guidelines and their governance on the app stores around the other stuff. Because I don't know how Apple Arcade is doing, but I used it for the first month, or I had the 3 month trial,
This
and I
thing is so
cancelled it
nice.
in the first week.
Are you serious? Why?
It's like, it's crap. It is like,
Crap?
the worst games that you could imagine
Didn't they
thrown
have
on the
that
App Store.
ocean game?
It was
What's
horrible. Oceanhorn. It
Are you
was like
serious?
the crappiest Zelda port that I've ever seen.
Really? People were
And
like comparing that to Breath of the Wild, so that it
nah,
wasn't good?
nah. I've played so many MMORPGs on mobile,
Oh
right?
man.
And
Yeah.
they all peed all over everything on the arcade.
Dang. That is
So,
crazy,
and I can go
man.
and download any one of those for free.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness,
yeah,
that
you've
is
got the whole
insane.
pay to play, but Apple Arcade was absolutely abysmal
Wow.
in my mind. So
Ugh.
if anybody likes it, sorry, but it's definitely not a mass market thing.
My goodness.
But they
So,
need to bow to Stadia GeForce now. Just let
yeah,
people use their
yeah,
hardware to play other stuff
yeah.
because the market
Even
is shifting so much. If
yeah,
they don't give, people will give up on their hardware. As
true,
good as Apple hardware is, if they
true.
can't play GeForce Now, Stadia, Shadow,
Right.
then they're just going to go, well, screw it, I'll buy Android then.
All right. So I can tell you how many people on our Discord are just like getting so fed up with iOS right now that they're actually considering going to Android because of the flexibility that they have with all of the other cloud game platform. So I feel you're right. I feel like people are getting sick of it, and in time, you're just gonna see people switch because they want to be able to play Stadia, GeForce Now, or Shadow on their devices, and iOS right now does not support that, which is a bummer. But Chief, you're gonna make some people cry here when you said you don't think people are gonna get iOS support this year, man. If that's the case, man, I can see people like throwing a fit and having a riot, man.
Well,
That's
so do
gonna
I.
break a lot of
There's going to
people's
be
hearts.
there's going to be some very new, expensive, beautiful phones launched in a few months' time.
Yeah.
And if they are not cloud compatible, I think you're gonna see their sales plummet because
Right.
cloud gaming is not this taboo subject anymore that people isn't it for the
Mhm.
elite gamers and everybody else. It's
Right.
become so
Right.
mainstream now that
Right.
if I had the choice to play any of the cloud platforms on my phone or download some weird FPS off the App Store, I would
Right.
much rather download and play something like Warzone on Shadow or play Assassin's Creed or Red Dead Redemption on my phone than
Right.
Oceanhorn.
Right. No, true, true. And we'll man, we'll see. Hopefully, hopefully. I mean, those are two bombs that they can drop here that will get the industry just really pumped about Google Stadia, iOS support, and just the more countries, right? Being able to, I can't tell you how many people we get on our Discord just asking, when is this going to be available in India? When is this going to be available other places? So it'll be really cool if they expand that. You know, uh, I earlier I was saying that when I did the show when Google Stadia first launched, I was saying that probably one of the reasons why it's not available to more countries because Google is trying to test it out to get the service where it needs to be. So when they kick off to other countries, there won't be any latency issues or connectivity issues. But now I feel like Stadia has been out long enough, right, to where hopefully they've got all the testing down that they need to do. So now they can just start, just pushing it to other countries. I think it'll be cool. Chief, read the bottom tags going across. Let me know if there's any typo there, man. I did this last night with with our, so let me know if you see any typo, man. I haven't really checked, but let's continue with the people on here, man. You guys are on here and you guys are
It's
chatting with
going
us. So
nuts.
yeah, it's crazy. So
I think we need to clear something up. There's a bit of an argument going on in chat. So
all right, cool, cool. Let me scroll down quickly. So, Rad, what up? Do you think Warzone will be up in Stadia? Hopefully, maybe not now, right? Maybe they won't announce it today, but I can see in if you should connect, maybe the one happen in the fall. Hopefully, if one does, that Activision will be on board. But I'm gonna move quickly. I heard there's some stuff, fun stuff going on in the chat. Man, you guys are on here. Again, just want to say what up to you guys. What up, Gab? Harry, what's up?
Seems to be something going on regarding the base version, free version of Stadia and Pro. So while you catch up, I think I'll just sort that out.
Yeah.
You can go and
Go to
fix
that.
the banner names.
And while Chief is doing that, I'm just gonna click y'all's name and salute you. When I do that, it means we see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. So Chief, just keep going.
Yeah, so Stadia Base is the free version, so it's capped at 1080p, but it is completely free. There are no free games. There is no free games at all on Stadia. It is just the service. So if you do have Stadia Base, you have to buy at least one game or some games.
All right.
So if you
Keep
buy a
going.
game, that's
Yeah.
it. You can play that game on base for now, forever, until you don't want to play it anymore. There is no charge. You just buy that game and you play at the capped 1080p on any compatible device, and that's it. Stadia
Huh.
Pro is the subscription service that you pay $9 a month or £9 a month, and every month you get 2 to 3 free games chucked in. I think there's 19 Pro titles that you can just play for free right now if you just claim them with Pro, and you get a month free. And you only keep access to those Pro games as long as your subscription's active. That Pro also gives you access to 5.1 HDR and up to 4K support. So the Pro subscription is worth it because you do get those free games that every month as well. But if you do want just the base, then you can just have the base version and just buy the odd game as and when.
Okay.
So hopefully that clears up
That
some of the chat going
clarifies things. Yeah. Thanks for doing that, Chief. Yeah, I was too busy yapping my mouth, man. Wasn't really following through in chat, but appreciate that. Yeah, so hopefully that answers y'all's question. Man, you guys again are on here. So this an Avenger game too, right? Avengers should be coming out this September. I believe
Oh,
it's
it's another
same day
game.
release, right? Same day
That
release.
Avengers does look quite cool, actually.
That does look pretty good. That does look pretty good. So hopefully we see more. I don't know what else they can announce. We know it's coming, so that's that's really cool, really fun. Let's see here. Will Stadia have a free membership and founder membership like GeForce Now? I don't know, but what I would like, yeah, they should offer like well, technically, you can experience it for free for a month, right? But then if you want to stick with Pro, you're gonna have to pay for it. But as far as like a free tier, there is a free tier, Chief, like you were mentioning in the base. You can use the service, but again, you would have to pay for the games. And in a way, if you compare it to GeForce Now, it's kind of similar, but GeForce Now, you're limited to your playtime. As to where Stadia, you can actually use the base model where you're not limited. And GeForce Now, you have to purchase the game through Epic Game Store or through Steam library. So for Google Stadia, you have to purchase. So it's almost similar if you put it that way, right? So I hope that answers your questions, but we'll see. Oh my goodness, it's Phil Spencer, guys. What does he? This guy, man, cracks me up every time. What is he doing at a Ubisoft event, man? Phil, go take a seat, bro. You have an event coming up soon, man. Always trying to hijack people's events, bro. This guy. Let's see, man. Trying to read the chat. You guys are on here, man. Wow. Let's see. Phil Spencer. My goodness. I'm trying to listen to what he say. All right, they gave me $10 to get Google. Are you talking about the Stadia? That I still haven't used my $10, man.
I haven't
Maybe I'll
used my
use it today.
$10 yet either. I'm saving it. I'm
Yeah,
saving
maybe
it for something I
today.
want to buy.
Right. We might see. So let me know in the chat. Are you guys expecting like a stealth drop? And if so, we know Orcs Must Die is one of those drops, but what drops do you guys think we'll see stealth wise? I think it'll be cool, if we get, for instance, as Oh my goodness.
Hyperscape.
I keep wanting to say I keep
Hyperspace. It's so
first
easy
of all, I
to roll
want
it
to
off
say
the tongue.
cyber instead of hyper, and I want to say space instead of escape. Like, geez, I just gotta get that figured out. But yeah, that
No,
would be a
Eddie.
cool
No more
drop if
indie
we can get.
drops. I don't think we want any more indie drops. There's too
No,
many indie drops. You want
no,
some property?
I think we're indied out, man. Kudos to you guys who love indies, but my goodness, most of those on Stadia first games all have been indie titles, man. It's time to move on from that. Do you guys think we'll see like EA games available ASAP? Like, Star Wars Fallen Jedi. Do you think we'll see that today or even sooner? Some people were predicting, I think someone said something about like September. How cool would that be if we see EA support like today or even sooner than September? What are your thoughts on that in the chat? Chief, what do you think about EA coming on board like
I'd love it,
today?
man. As I said, I cancelled my Origin Premiere because I've just got too many games as it is between Stadia and GeForce Now and
Right.
Ubisoft.
Hmm.
Um, I could quite happily switch from Origin Premiere to Uplay Plus because there's a lot more games that I'm actually quite interested in from Ubisoft than
Right.
Origin right now.
Right.
Origin's stuff's been quite slow releasing, really.
Yeah.
The last couple of things they've released has not been what I would call like AAA titles, so I don't really feel like I'm getting the value there anymore. I'm
Right.
not a big FIFA fan. I'm not a big like Madden fan. So Anthem was the last thing that I kind of really played, and
Did you like Anthem? Let's go there
Anthem
real
was
quick.
great, but it ran out
What?
of content
Really?
really, really quickly, and then
Wow.
all the cracks started appearing of all the broken game
Yeah.
mechanics and
Yeah.
all the content that never materialized. So
Right.
this whole Anthem 2.0, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think
No.
they've run out of steam. I think the team's been broken up.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff that's changed since then. It's a
Right.
shame. If they would have
Right.
done the Cyberpunk and just delayed it
Yeah.
and finished it,
E- e-
they
the-
would have had such a better reception.
But
But they
we're talking
balls it
about
up.
EA here, though. EA delaying the game to make it better.
Yeah. So
Is there? Yeah.
it just didn't happen and it
Yeah.
ruined it. And that's a shame because, we got Jedi Fallen Order. I played it for a bit. It's a great game, but I got stuck on a few bits where it's
Oh.
just brutal. And I just kind of lost interest in it.
Ah,
If it
interesting.
came to Stadia, I might give it another game, but I've still
Yeah.
got it installed on my PC. I just haven't
Yeah.
played it. There's just so many games coming out right
Yeah,
now.
man.
It's
There
too
are a
easy
lot
to
of
just
games. There are a lot of
fly
games.
between them.
Yeah. Man, I was playing Star Wars. That's going to be a good game for Google Stadia if you guys haven't tried that yet. But man, that game is really
Battlegrounds. Was it Squadrons? Squadrons.
yeah.
That's one.
That would be good too. But Fallen Jedi, they did a brilliant job with that game. It's really surprising how you know first of all it's an EA game. Second of all, it's a good Star Wars game. If you get man, I'm really pumped for you guys to experience that. So DX, you asked when is the giveaway? It's gonna happen sometime before the Connect, and then we're gonna do one after the Connect. So you guys let me know what you want. I have Google Play. It's between Google Play cards, $10 each, or I think I might do three in total, three giveaways. So yeah, three giveaways, $10, either Google Play or Steam card. So you guys let me know which one you want after the drawing. But yeah, man, just want to give back to you guys for just rocking with us, with this event. Again, if you can tell by my energy right now, we're so pumped for this to be happening again. This is kind of like a Super Bowl for us, man. So really, really, really pumped.
And
All right,
Crow
let's.
Ninja, the 3 months. So actually, this would be something really interesting, and I don't know whether they would do this instead of YouTube Pro family sharing, but the whole YouTube Premium thing. I don't
Oh,
think it's worth the money right now. I've only got
right,
it because I've got the three. They gave me a 3 month trial.
right,
I was
right.
like, "Hey, fine, YouTube with no ads and I'll try the music service for
Yeah.
free because I'm actually an Apple Music subscriber, and to be honest,
Right.
nothing's compared. I've
Right.
tried every single one, and I always go back to Apple Music after
Yeah.
the free
Apple Music.
subscriptions.
How
And
about Spotify, man?
no, soon as my free Spotify subscription's finished, I'm back to Apple Music again. So nothing's been better for me. But yeah, YouTube Premium. I think if they could bundle Stadia Pro
Yeah.
in with YouTube Premium and
Right.
do a family package for that, they could
Right.
take my money.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I would still probably go and subscribe to Apple
For
Music, but then
sure.
the rest
For
of it
sure.
becomes a
Yeah.
bit more worth the money. Just even
Right.
watching YouTube ads or ad free
Yeah.
is worth a lot, but not the 18 quid a month or whatever it
Right.
is.
Do you know what I love about Amazon? It's how they bundle all of the service into the Prime, right? So you have your Prime videos, you have your 2-day delivery, Amazon Prime. Your music, all of that is bundled inside Amazon Prime. I do think Google needs to start looking into that, right? Include Stadia. This might sound crazy, but include Stadia into the YouTube membership, or don't have a membership for music, membership for just like package everything into one and make it appealing, right? That would be cool if I just have to pay once and I have access to Stadia, YouTube, um, music, YouTube, whatever subscription, if you want to call it that. It'll be good again to maybe they might announce, pricing, more pricing option. Also give us like a yearly subscription option. That would be pretty cool to see
Yeah,
as well.
discount. And I
But
see you got the comment up on the screen, so I'm just going to say to Schumacher, yeah, of course Sony's a bigger brand than Google, but cloud is not in their blood. It never has been.
yeah,
Sony are a physical media
right,
brand. Japan and physical media are their main markets. Cloud and digital has always been a massive afterthought for
right,
Sony. So
right.
as far as cloud's concerned, no, Google is much bigger.
Yeah. I do think eventually, though, for Sony to be relevant, for them to compete, especially with the push that, Microsoft is gearing towards cloud, and, these talks about them bringing Game Pass, xCloud to Game Pass. For Sony to be relevant and to compete this generation, they have to start taking cloud gaming seriously. So it's going to be interesting to see. And the slogan for PS5 is "Play without limit" or "Play with no limit," whatever that is. But that tells me possibly that they might be looking into like letting you play PlayStation without any barriers, which if that's the case, then we're talking cloud gaming. And so that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, for them to be relevant this coming generation, man, they have to start looking into the cloud and not just the physical. I mean, they see what the Switch is doing with the portability factor of that. And so Microsoft is thinking about multiple screens. Switch is thinking about that. They need to get on board. So we'll see what happens with that. Man, you guys are on here, bro. It's like crazy. Appreciate it though. This is what we were hoping for. So we're really excited. Let's see. Chief, anything you see anything that pops out to you?
Uh, Obviously, there's a lot of Stadia bashing going on, which we could have only expected. No, Schumacher, it's not in the millions yet. It's only been out
Yo,
7, 8 months. So
right.
it has passed like 1, maybe 2 million. But come on, it's been out 8 months, man.
8 months. Right.
It
Right.
how long's Sony been out? 15, 20 years?
Yeah, exactly.
If it
True.
can carry on at the pace that it's going, it will outstretch Sony in 2, 3 years.
Right.
So it's much more accessible than a PlayStation is, considering you've got to go and stump up, you know,
Right.
what's it going to be for next gen? 400, 500 quid? And
Yeah.
then 60, 70 quid plus on each game. So at the moment, if you've just got a controller or even not on Chrome, you can just go and start playing Stadia. So although they didn't have the best start, they can definitely start taking on the world. But cloud gaming is getting quite competitive now. Microsoft have just given up by the looks of it with
Yeah.
xCloud,
Yeah.
and they're just going to bundle that with the X series and bow their heads in shame for this generation, which they've done before. But they're going to, I think, put their heads down and ignore this generation and see where Stadia and GeForce Now go,
True.
and then they can maybe re-enter when they see what PlayStation does, when Sony shows their hand in the digital market.
Interesting. Huh. Nice. I mean, didn't think of that. That's pretty brilliant. Well, hopefully, Chief just dropped some knowledge for you guys, so hopefully, yeah, we appreciate that. But reading this, Crow says you get 2 months Stadia Pro when you get YouTube Premium. Is this accurate? I didn't know this. Is this true? How come no one's hardly talking about
They
this?
did do a promo on this a while ago, but it was only in certain
For
states in the US, I believe. It wasn't
oh,
over in Europe because
huh.
there was Reddit kicked off about it quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was whether it's still going. I think that was an initial deal for a period of time. But and to answer so Ivan, I think if I had to use only Shadow, GeForce Now, or Stadia, if I could get more storage space, it would be Shadow.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's actually that order. I would go Shadow, then GeForce Now, then Stadia,
Hmm.
just because of Uplay Plus. I can't say it enough. Without
Uplay
the
Plus.
subscription
Yeah.
support of Uplay Plus, Stadia
Right.
is severely lacking for me right now.
Hmm.
So
So
no
if they
Hyperscape,
if
no
they do
Legion.
announce Uplay Plus here, would that?
If they announce Uplay Plus
Yeah.
and Gen 2, so that we get some ray tracing or at least a graphics update,
Okay.
then yes, Stadia would be my main one. But
Okay.
the biggest problem I have with Stadia right now is my Mac is my main machine,
Mm,
and it does not look great in Chrome. So if I
right.
really want the best out of Stadia, I have to turn my PC on,
Hmm.
and I'm just lazy. I would just rather launch GeForce Now or Shadow PC and not have to
Right.
turn my PC on.
Right. Huh.
No,
Okay.
I could play
Okay.
on Chromecast, but my wife's on the 4K TV most of the
Yeah.
time.
All the time. True. True. Yeah. So I have to look into this, Crow. And again, appreciate you saying this because I wasn't aware that you do get this with YouTube Premium subscription, but we'll look into this. And it's really interesting to hear like no one really talking about this if that's the case. If Stadia does something like Xbox Game Pass, it would be a huge boost. I agree, but the thing with Stadia right now is that they don't have the games um to do something like Game Pass. I mean, the beautiful thing with Game Pass with Microsoft is that they have decent first party exclusives, so they can put those as like an incentive to draw people to get Game Pass. For instance, I have Game Pass and most of the games I play on there are just Microsoft first party exclusives. Google Stadia, they don't have that. So it's like what is going to, people can go elsewhere to play. For instance, you just get Uplay Plus, get GeForce Now if you want to play, Ubisoft's titles, right? So I think they need a lure to get people to sign up for a service like that so far, but they don't have the exclusive to do that. But what I see, I made a video about this to where I was saying personally, I feel like Stadia is actually building up the catalog to have games where this actually can become like a Game Pass like. Because right now we're sitting at 20 games, right? And so who knows, after today is probably going to increase. So you can just get a pro membership and instantly have access to play 20 games. So who knows where they'll keep going with that, but it's going to be pretty interesting to see, right? So it's we have Holtz on. I don't know if he has his mic ready, but we'll plug it. Chief, hit up Holtz in the comments and see if he has his mic ready. I see his
I sent him
camera
the
was
link. Is he in the chat?
he's
Is he
in.
in the studio?
He's
I don't
in,
see.
yeah. I see him right here. But just shoot him a private, see if he has his mic ready.
He's just sent a message in
Might be
our
ready. Microsoft
Holtz.
already
Yeah,
owns
he should
rights
be.
to all of
He's just
Microsoft.
chatting. Holtz is saying
Right. Yeah,
something.
Harry, I agree. Go ahead. Let's see. Any rights to publish games?
Mike's ready.
Straight.
Bring Holtz.
It's already partial with Game Pass. Yo, this is exactly what I was saying. Yeah, you're right on with this for sure. You are right on with this for sure. For sure. But yeah, guys, this event is just, let's see, almost an hour away. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. So my thing is, where is this going to be played at? Google, they dropped the ball with the last Connect with where to actually stream this. And so we still don't have like a confirmed location. And I hope they don't drop the ball like they did last time. Let's see here, though. Did you hear from Holtz? We need an official
Yeah, I said
Stadia
he's
app
ready.
on Shield TV. Huh?
Yes, he's ready. Bring him in.
All right, cool. I agree 100% with this. Holtz, what's good, my friend?
Good. I've just ran up. I got my message. I was like, what? I had 4:30 in my mind. I don't know why. I
So we've
don't
got
know.
no camera, and he's
No
really loud.
camera, dude.
Do you want camera on? I was just relaxing, watching the chat. So I was like, I won't put camera on, but I'll set it up.
That's cool, man. That's cool. If you don't have a mic, that's cool. We'll make it work. We don't need mics. We just need voices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
Power
but
Monger. Sorry, just to answer him, I was just
yeah,
chatting in the comments.
yeah.
The latency for some people is good enough, and I actually wanted to be able to play GeForce Now and Stadia from the Shadow PC because it's a much better graphics card and just CPU than Mac or my PC. So I know that there's a few people that live quite near the data centers that have sub 10 millisecond ping, so it's more than adequate to be able to do the double hop. But for me, I get between 20 to 30 millisecond latency to Shadow, and then add on the 10 to 20 millisecond latency to Stadia or GeForce Now, and then suddenly you're over that kind of 50 milliseconds, and you start to notice
Oh,
the lag and feels a
Yeah.
bit horrible.
Totally the same with me. I'm 31 ping. So
So
you add
just
you
using
add
Shadow is fine, but as soon as you add on something else that tips you over that 50 millisecond window, you really notice, and it just feels horrible.
Well, that's one
interesting.
big factor I was arguing with all the people that didn't like Stadia. I was like, your lag could happen, your latency could happen with your telly, your HDMI,
Right.
and they were like, you could have great internet, and we're all like, we should be able to run it, but you could have subpar hardware just to have terrible latency.
Truth. You know what's crazy? I still have not tested my latency with Shadow yet. So I don't know what I'm running on, but it seems like you guys all have.
You've never
Maybe
put the overlay up. The
no,
overlay's got it up there.
never. I need to try that though. Maybe I
See,
should after this for sure.
when I
I
signed
watch it
up,
all the bloody time.
Yeah.
when I signed up, it actually said do a ping test beforehand before you're actually confirmed.
Oh,
All that. It's
really?
like, yeah.
Maybe I did that. I just don't remember for sure. Let's talk about this Shield TV app though. Voltron. I 100% agree. It's like that's the thing with Google Stadia that like drives me absolutely insane, right? Google is huge, right? They have the Alphabet company, they have all of these different segments in the business, but they don't communicate with one another. Shield TV should have been a no-brainer for the Google Stadia app to be on, right? Or just Android TV in general. This should be a no-brainer, but yeah, we still don't have access to this. Imagine like if Apple did not support, Apple TV with, Apple Arcade. It's just stuff like this we shouldn't have to be waiting 8 to 9 months plus after Stadia release to be thinking about an official app for Android TV. It drives me insane, but I agree. I agree. This should be a no-brainer for sure.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to come with Sabrina.
Yeah, but even still, like, why do we have to wait just for that, man? You know what I'm saying? It's great. What are your thoughts on Far Cry 6 and people thinking that Stadia is going to have a Gen 2 or something like that? Yeah, we stated, Far Cry 6 personally was probably one of my favorite announcement or games at the. It took me by surprise. That trailer was really incredible. And Gen 2, there's been rumors, speculation that Google and the Stadia teams are already working in Gen 2. So I do think we'll see that for sure come this fall to rival the next gen consoles. They got to step up the graphics, they got to step up the game. Next gen starts this year. So we'll see what happens though.
Yeah, but with electricians and technical problems with like Shadow and stuff like that, you would think that Google's got limitations on how fast they can upgrade the servers and the data facilities and all that. So I can imagine it being at least March 2021
March for Gen 2?
for Gen 2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, a lot of people bash Stadia for all their quality and things, but we do constantly say Stadia just works, right? We don't have to go messing about with upgrades, latency, restarting because it's lost connection or it's got stuck shutting down and it's getting hard reboot it and things like that.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're getting up to 4K Army, up to 4K 60.
Yeah.
So I don't think there should be any need to push Gen 2 yet until there's next gen games.
Ray tracing.
But ray tracing, we're focused on we're focused on like Cyberpunk, aren't we? With like ray tracing, that's like the biggest game that people are going to focus on.
Legion, Valhalla.
Well, if you mention them ones, then yeah, they would have to push a lot faster. But in this crisis, I can't see them pushing faster than they can.
Oh man, he said in this crisis. Hopefully, man.
Crisis is over.
I think they have to be competitive, and again, like I said, next gen starts this fall, right? I mean, they have to. They can't let Sony and Microsoft get an edge, right? So, and the thing is, people have like these rumors of devs already having this, and so if they have it by now, early in the year, like I feel personally it should be ready by the fall, but we'll see.
I've fell for it a few times where they've promised me graphics fidelity, where they've said you're going to get this, and when on day one I've loaded up and waited months until I got a patch to get upgraded graphics. So I don't think the PlayStation or anything like that are going to hit 4K, true 4K and 30 FPS on launch. I think there's going to only be like maybe Ratchet and Clank as a showcase game, and the rest is going to be upscaled. They're going to say, "Oh, wait for the patch; it's new tech." So I don't think we all should be going Stadia. You have to match them. When I think Sony's going to fall.
No, I don't think we want to match them. We just want to know it's coming. And I think this is the biggest problem. And my biggest problem with Stadia is that they are rubbish at saying when things are coming. Take this Connect, for example. We assume it's at 6 o'clock. Right? We assume it's in an hour or 10 minutes. There is nothing anywhere to actually tell us when this stupid thing is going to start. Right? They are Google. They are YouTube. How can they not schedule a freaking stream?
Yeah, no, it's the communication. And if you guys watch my launch video when Stadia launched, it was a nightmare, right? Just knowing, oh my goodness, like knowing when people would be able to access it and then not having the code, and then it was just a nightmare. And so communication for Google is not the strongest point, man.
Take the last Connect. They were like 10 minutes late, weren't they?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, have we got the time wrong? What's going on? Are they going to launch it? Oh, it's a premiere.
Like where do we go to watch it? Do we go on the Stadia's official page? Do we have, what was it, IGN that hosted it?
Spamming the refresh. Where's the Connect? You take the Ubisoft Forward event, right? It was there like 12 hours before.
Yeah.
And if you looked even like 6 hours before the start, there was like 10, 15,000 people waiting, chatting about it. And
Right.
again, we're all sat here wondering, is it going to be on time? Is
Yeah.
it going to be a premiere? Is it going to be a stream? You know,
Right.
how can they not get this stuff right? This
It's
should be
so
bread and butter
crazy.
for them,
It's
right?
so crazy. They should. I mean, they good. They own freaking YouTube to begin with, man. Like, Google sometimes, man. I've been rolling with Google for the longest time, man, and they stress me out as a company, man. Just going back to the Nexus days, there. I know we're off topic and we're talking about Nexus, which is hardware, not cloud gaming, but man, they're terrible with just launching things and giving us information, and when it's crazy. But yo, Voltron, I'm glad, right, that this kind of put a band-aid to the fix of no official Stadia APK for Android TVs yet, but it works, right? So I'm glad that this worked for you for sure. Philip,
Right.
what is up? Go ahead. You out, Chief? All right, Chief.
I
Thank you,
gotta
man.
go to a meeting. Holtz is
For
ready to
sure.
come back in. I think he had
For
an issue,
sure.
so he's coming back. I will
Great.
try and get back in for the actual event, but
Awesome.
work
Awesome.
calls. So see you guys in a bit.
Cool. All right, Chief. We'll see you in a bit, man. Cool. Sony Microsoft has an edge. Do they? Tell me what edge. Holtz, I see your camera there, bro. Tell me what edge they have. I'm trying to. What edge do they have, Philip? Let me know more. They need to do big news today and changes this fall. They can't afford people buying new consoles this fall. I do agree, man. This Stadia Connect is really important. It's pivotal, and I hope, right, they take this seriously. And the cool thing about this Stadia event is not. This is Jeff Keighley, and if you guys don't know who he is the person who puts the video games awards together. So this is Summer Game Fest, right? It's not just Google Connect. So there's going to be a lot of eyes here, and hopefully Google knows that. And with Jeff Keighley, something you know about him is he likes to put on a good show. So hopefully he's like encouraged Google to bring out the big guns for this show, and hopefully we see those big guns at this show. It's almost an hour away. It's gonna be so dope. You no longer play NBA. I haven't seen. Yo, Holtz, what's good, bro?
For years, I thought Sony had the edge because I always believed they were going to bring first-party titles to PlayStation Now.
Right.
And I gave them so long, and I was like, please, all I want is first party, and I want the PSN titles I purchased to be accessible through the cloud service. And it never came. It never came, yeah. And it was only because the competitors have been pushing this forward now that we've got it. That, to me, I think Sony's felt well behind.
Yeah. They have, and like you were saying, host, they had the edge for the longest time, right? They were one of the first people to do this whole cloud gaming thing with PlayStation Now. But even till today, the model just does not make sense. So you have access to the people know Sony for the first party exclusive and the first party titles. That's God of War, Uncharted. And it baffles my mind that they only put certain games on for a limited time and then remove it. Why? Spider-Man is gone. Like, I can't even play Spider-Man. God of War is gone. Horizon Zero Dawn is gone. Like, what?
Which is a shame, but like I own them games digitally, so I should have them to be able to access them.
Play. Exactly. I don't get it.
I mean, and Sony, they had Sony TVs, Sony phones, they had a handheld, all PlayStation Now was compatible with, and then they just started removing it. They started, and it worked. I never had any issues, so they could have been well ahead.
Right. It's man, it's crazy. It's great. I agree with you though, 100%. Vega, you said you no longer play 2K. I haven't seen you send it down there. Yeah, dude, man. I've been so busy with content creation, man. And so ever since I got access to Shadow, I haven't been on Stadia as much because, man, Steam had a sale and I just went crazy. I spent about almost like 150 to $200 on games in the Steam sale, and I've just been testing out Shadow like crazy. And I've been gaming a lot there lately, and so this been kind of taking me away from 2K, but I'm gonna hop back on because I was just thinking about missing 2K, man. That game just does something for me when I go and play it for sure. But yeah, I will be hopping back on. You'll see
I
me on
was
there.
I was cursing my Shadow the other day because I thought it was the Shadow's fault. I bought Sword Art Online, the new one by Bandai Namco,
Mm-hmm.
and the frame rates were just dropping too much. And I was like,
Huh.
"What's happening to me Shadow?"
Right.
Blaming it was then. And then when I went on the internet across all platforms, the game needs a patch.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
blaming the service, but it wasn't. It was a broken game.
It was, yeah. The good point, but I do have to say sometimes though Shadow's not consistent, man. I don't know if you have this issue, but I've been, getting my games just freezing. And I've updated all of the updates that's required. Do you have that issue with Shadow freezing on you?
No, I've had when I first started, I had a few server errors where it was just freezing. I had to close it down and reload it up, but not when I'm playing games.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having that issue. I don't know whether maybe I need to like uninstall it. It happens mostly in my mobile, not my PC. So maybe I just need to uninstall
But I
that.
wonder if it's your PC drivers affecting with the Shadow client, or is it
You
actual the
know,
Shadow?
I read that. But I updated my drivers. So that's the thing with Shadow though. We were talking on the podcast. By the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, every Saturday at 2 p.m. we have a podcast on here with some awesome panel hosts us in the panel. But Jerry from Game Tech Planet's also in the panel, and he was saying that he loves updating stuff, and so he really appreciates Shadow because he gets to toy around with all those updates. And man, that's the last thing. I hate playing around with updates and fixing things. I just want something that works. And that's why I really appreciate Google Stadia because it just works.
Well,
But yeah,
I
yeah,
come from a computer science background.
right.
That's where my job is and all that, and I hate computers. When they just don't work, I
Yeah,
just hate them, and that
yeah.
is why I like the convenient factor of Stadia because I'm just
Stadia.
like, put the control in, play.
It just works.
Yeah,
It
and
just works.
so when
Yeah.
people go, I like to mess around with PCs and I like to tinker and like to sell me parts and upgrade
Right.
them. I'm like, I
Right.
don't need that anymore. I used to, but not
Yeah.
now.
Not now. Exactly. That's how I feel too. Voltron says if Stadia does not have Hyperscape, GeForce Now doesn't definitely has an advantage. I agree, man. So now you have Hyperscape. Well, I wouldn't say GeForce Now has the advantage, but GeForce Now looks good, right? Because now you have Hyperscape, and then with the confirmation of Cyberpunk coming day one, GeForce Now in the fall, that's another, game that possibly might not be releasing on Stadia day one. So GeForce Now, is looking good. But let me say this about GeForce Now and why I think is the best, right? So when not the best, but best for certain things, right? So when Hyperscape was announced, Chief was streaming the Ford event, and we're all just like we were typing to each other. We're like, "Oh, download it now," because we didn't think it was going to be available for GeForce Now. So Chief was like, "Oh, download in." I was like, "I'm downloading." And who was the other? I believe it was Ben. He was like, "Oh, download in too." So we're all like downloading, like right when to get right into it and Shadow. And then GeForce late that night came up with the announcement that they're gonna have it instantly in GeForce Now. And the beautiful thing is we were just able to open up GeForce Now and get right into it without having to download anything. So that's what if a game comes out in GeForce Now and on Shadow, I'm gonna play it on GeForce Now because you don't have to download anything, and then you don't have to worry about space. That's another big thing because Shadow space is very limited. But yeah, GeForce Now has its perks, man. I give it to them for sure. They
Yeah, but
definitely
at,
have
at
perks.
this rate, they might give you the game for Thursday and take it off you on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you played it yet? Hyperscape?
No, I've not played Hyperscape yet.
Okay.
I'm not really a shooter person, to be honest. No, like all it when someone says free to play, I'm like, I sort of go away. But I usually play Battlefield, Battlefronts, Call
Okay.
of Duties.
Okay.
I'm more of a single player person,
Yeah. So
but I can understand people wanting it, and for them wanting it, I want it on the platforms.
yeah. So I said this earlier. I hate battle royales. The Fortnites, the Apex, the PUBGs. The only one I think is decent is Warzone. But I've been loving this game, and so just maybe for you, I know you don't like shooters, but there's just something. I don't know if the word is magical, but there's just something so fun about this game. I say give it a try. I mean, it's
Yeah.
free.
I mean, I like shooters. I got brought up on SOCOM, Resistance, Call of Duties on
Oh
PC.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
I've played really some good shooters, but I like the single player aspect, a story, and then have the option to play online. I just don't
right,
like online only. And
right.
even when I play Destiny, I really enjoy it, but I don't think it's a solid story at
Yeah,
times.
yeah. Destiny's not. The story's not the biggest thing to them. It's all about playing, doing raids together, and just having a great experience and great gameplay to go with it. I don't think. I mean, they've tried to incorporate story multiple times and they have failed multiple times. So I don't know if stories is the biggest thing for them. But yeah, if you go for story, I wouldn't recommend Destiny. I actually the latest Call of Duty had a pretty decent story if you haven't checked that out yet. Um, but so I'm seeing here. So Harry mentioned devs leaving GeForce Now, and then Purpose mentioned GeForce Now is dead to me, and then Harry again. So you guys are saying like how with GeForce Now removing games, it's definitely killing it for you guys. I do have to say, I'm dear with you guys 100%. It knocks the wind out of you being a GeForce Now supporter. I mean, you see me make those GeForce Now video news where I'm just like happy that for instance, they get Square Enix back, and then the next video I make is about possibly Bandai Namco leaving. So it takes the wind out of you, man, because you want them to succeed, but at the same time you just keep hearing these games leaving the platform. But hopefully with the opt-in program, more devs end up staying, right? But we'll see how
But
this all
I don't want it to fail one bit. But when I look at my games that I've played, like Final Fantasy, Octopath, Tekken
yeah,
7, you
right,
know,
right,
Dragon Ball, all games that are not on the service.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, I want to support it, which I do, because
yeah,
they've got some titles there, especially with Cyberpunk with the ray tracing. But
right.
I really need them to start saying these are people that we've got and will be coming. I
Yes,
need them to see the fall games be
right,
announced at GeForce now. I
right.
can't wait day one purchase for them to see if they have or haven't.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They need to communicate better for sure. Just let us know what games are coming in, what games are staying, what games. I mean, they do right when it happens, but probably giving us better heads up. They actually did with the Bandai Namco games, letting us know that those games are going to be leaving in the fall time. But I think it'll be better if they are just more upfront with what is coming, what is staying, what is leaving. I agree. Got rid of all the only games I play. You have to be Super Rally and GeForce. Yeah, it's again. I tell people this with cloud gaming. The beautiful thing about cloud gaming is the a la carte system, right? Think about it like digital media streaming, right? You have your Netflix, you have your Hulu's, you have your HBO Max, you have all those things, and you Disney Plus, and you play what you pay for what you want to play or watch. It's the same thing. right? So you have your GeForce Now, you have your Google Stadia, and you have your Shadow, and you buy the games you want to play and you play it. Just the convenience factor of having all these platforms is what makes cloud gaming so appealing, so beautiful. So don't limit yourself to just one. That's why I tell people it's good to have. For instance, some people might not experience Cyberpunk if they're only on Stadia this year because we haven't heard anything about the release date for that platform. Hop on GeForce Now, hop on Shadow. You can play Cyberpunk on there. But yeah, this done. I need Shadow for the rest of my games for these no point use. I have multiple options. Is what I'll say to that. Right, Holtz, what's your take, man?
Well, I'll rather, if it comes to subscriptions, I'd rather put my money towards cloud subscriptions than ever having PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live if I had to save money and then sort of pick up games cheaper from the PC market and then access it through GeForce Now on multiple devices. I wouldn't want to tie myself down to one place if I wanted to play games.
Right.
So, and with GeForce Now being the cheapest entry point,
yeah,
especially only at the moment only offering 1080, but that's a great point for many, isn't it, with phones and tablets, and because no one's going to have a 4K screen on a mobile device or a tablet. So at that price, I think here in the UK it's £5 at the moment, and I think that's a great price to get involved into GeForce Now.
True.
And then there's loads of services that are offering free games, like we just named Epic, just to start building your library up.
Right.
So it's sort of like that free game tier with like PlayStation Plus, but you're just getting it with Epic and you're tying it in with GeForce Now.
Yeah, I like that. They should hire you on your board, man.
I mean, this is the point, isn't it? It's just for people who. So let's just say the last few weeks on, you've got a few good games to play. I mean, a lot of people could say, "Well, I haven't got Grand Theft Auto 5, and there was the games last week that didn't come from the Epic side." So there's arguments, but I think going forward, if you can start getting the free-to-play games on PC and they are available on GeForce Now, it'll be the strongest platform to have at the moment.
Yeah.
But then when people start getting behind the narrative that we need better graphics, we need 4K, then if GeForce Now doesn't upgrade, it's going to be left behind.
That's true. I agree, and hopefully they do upgrade. Because again, they're the people making the graphic chips for even what Shadow's using. So hopefully they stay relevant and update and upgrade their platform. So Michael says, I think Google Stadia should give one AAA title every month to all free users. I do have to say, with the rate of how things are going right now with just the pro games, man, this might also be a thing. If we're last June, we got ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. This, if rumors have it, to the game that we possibly might be getting today with Orcs Must Die 3 is to still drop free for pro members. That's another, I would call it a double A caliber type of game. So, I mean, this trend continues, man. We might have this to where every month we are getting something pretty cool.
But then it'll change people's expectations, won't it? We might actually start becoming like the PC. You might be starting saying, one month, you just give us a lackluster pro game, and we're all like, we demand more. People are going to say, I'm going to cancel my subscription if I don't get the best game. I had a list. I was waiting for this.
And
I wanted this.
So go ahead. Keep going.
Could go against us.
Yeah, true. I agree 100%. I remember when February, I believe it was, with the pro games, when they gave us what games? They gave us Guild, and they gave us, I think it was Metro Exodus. I was like, damn, how the hell are they going to be able to top these games? And then I think the next month or the month after that, they started giving us 3 games, and then it went from 3 games to like 4 games, and then like it's crazy. They just like building us our hype meter up. So I feel like this is, like you're saying, Holtz, it's gonna come back to bite them in the butt, to where if they give us one crappy indie title next month, people are gonna riot, right? Just Like, you guys have hooked us up with so many good games, so many games at one time. What the hell is one indie game? So this might end up like backfiring and biting
And
them
then we've got
butt.
outsiders thinking, oh, Stadia is just an indie platform where you play your Ubisoft games and indie pro games on your pro
Yeah.
subscription, which is a wrong, messaging, but that's what
True.
people think.
True. I agree. So, Stellizer Games. My goodness, sorry if I'm butchering the name. Why do you guys consider GeForce Now a competition to Stadia? GeForce Now is a service that goes very well if you're already a PC gamer. Oh, good question. I don't necessarily consider. So here's the deal. I feel like they all have their own things that they're good at. For instance, GeForce Now is good if you own a lot of games already on Steam and Epic Game Store. It just gives you a way to play those games anywhere at any time. Google Stadia is a beast on its own. I actually view Google Stadia as one of the only console gaming platform in the cloud because, again, you have your exclusive store. Think about like Sony, they have the PS Now, Nintendo, the eStore, Microsoft, their marketplace. So they have their own store, right? They have their own friends list. You're not having to rely on Steam with Shadow and GeForce Now. So again, Stadia is just it's its own different beast. That's the way I look at it. It's not, they're actually really different, but they do all offer cloud gaming solution in the cloud. But yeah, I don't consider GeForce Now a direct competitor. What we do on this channel, though, is we like to put games, comparing it side to side, just to see graphically how they run and how they perform. But as far as like being a direct competitor, I don't. They all are different beasts on their own, and they all serve a purpose. For instance, if you're sitting there waiting for a game to come out same day release on Google Stadia, like today, what's that big game? Hideo Kojima's game, Death Stranding, comes out on PC. Who knows if Stadia is going to get that announcement today? But why GeForce Now, we don't know if it's coming, but we know for sure if you really want to play that game in the cloud, you can go on Shadow and you can purchase it on Steam or Epic Game Store and play it instantly, right? Beautiful thing. But then you have to worry about storage. You have to worry about, you know, am I going to have enough space to install this? You got to worry about install. GeForce Now, sorry if I'm taking too long to answer this. With GeForce Now, you don't have to worry about that. Once it becomes if it becomes available, just instantly you can play Stadia. Again, it's a waiting game. It's their own market, so we have to wait for them to announce Death Stranding on the platform. So again, they all serve their own different purposes, and I don't think we see them as direct competitors here. So took too long to answer that, but I hope that clarifies your question. Host, what's your take on that?
Well, I don't actually. I think GeForce Now has moved past PC because I can go on my phone now and I can go to Epic Store online or the Steam Store online and I can click purchase and it'll just appear in my GeForce app on my phone on a device. So I don't have to use a PC. So when people go, "Oh, you need a PC, you need a PC library," they're still thinking that it's back to the old PC clients and stuff like that. But it's moved past that now.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not a true. I don't see GeForce Now as a true cloud service or platform like Stadia, but it's great to have. It's great to have.
It's great. Like I was saying earlier, man, the convenience of having all of them. You know, like something that I know I talk about this highly. You guys might think Microsoft is paying me to say this, but something that I'm really enjoying right now is being able to play Microsoft first-party exclusives in the cloud and not using xCloud, but through Shadow using Game Pass. And how sick is that? That I don't have to rely on buying an Xbox to play Microsoft exclusives.
Well, that's what annoys me because Microsoft is pushing their exclusive forward on the cloud or multiple hardware iterations, and PlayStation isn't.
Yeah.
You know, I won't be able to. But I wish to give me the option to say, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh my goodness.
Buy it and you can play it on PlayStation Now. That'll be a great incentive for me.
So dope. So dope. And just waiting for that, right? I mean, you have The Last of Us 2 right now. You have Ghost of Tsushima that just releases what, tomorrow? How cool would that be to just not depend on, rely on purchasing the PlayStation console to be able to play those games? Why, Sony, come on.
But you
You
see,
know
there's
what I'm
going to be
saying?
people, there's going to be naysayers where I say, I'm going to be playing the new Halo, the new Forza, the new
Right,
Xbox exclusives
right.
anywhere on any device. And people are going to go say, but it's the same games, isn't it? Halo, Gears, Forza. And I'm like, yeah, but I can play them anywhere.
Yeah,
And they're going to say,
anywhere.
yeah, but that's all you fanboys can say, isn't it? Halo, Gears, and Forza. And I'm like,
Right. I do have to say though, the beauty about Game Pass and xCloud and the cloud is that honestly speaking, I always thought that Microsoft first party exclusive was trash. But being able to have access to them, playing any of them that I want at my convenience, I get to just relax and not have to worry about finances and enjoy these games. And I do have to say, Microsoft actually has some pretty decent games like Ori and the Willow of the Wisp. That game is incredible, man. Like so good. And then Gears 5 is actually a pretty decent game. And these games I probably would have never touched if I would have listened to what people always said about, oh, it's always Forza's. Oh, and Forza Horizon 4, my goodness, probably the best racing hands down. But again, if I didn't have access to these games through Game Pass, honestly speaking, I would have never experienced it.
well, that,
So again, just having access to those games, man, it's incredible. What were you
I
gonna say,
think
Hal?
I think Microsoft's going to change the whole narrative of cloud gaming. If they can actually get Game Pass tied into
Yeah,
xCloud,
yeah,
every other service is going to say, how can we compete with offering like
yeah.
200, 300, 400 plus
Right,
exclusives at that price?
right.
Play
I'm
anywhere. Oh, it's going to be
it's
crazy.
it Game Pass and xCloud, when that becomes a thing, guys, seriously, I'm experiencing right, and a video's coming, that's gonna showcase that more. But man, it's such a beautiful thing, and they can compete. They can compete with Sony, PlayStation Now, hands down. They definitely can compete with Stadia, right? Because again, Microsoft. Here's the thing with Stadia, we're still waiting to see the first party exclusive. And like Jed Raymond said, it's gonna take about 5 years for them to get like a Zelda Breath of the Wild type, exclusive on Google Stadia. But Microsoft already has those games, and so you get to experience those games in the cloud. They can have something special once this becomes, and it is going to become a thing, right? So they said by this fall or by early next year, we should be seeing Game Pass introduced and included in xCloud. So that has me excited. Best believe we're going to cover that like crazy in this channel.
And maybe that's why maybe Stadia should reach out to people and say, would you pay for a Stadia Ultimate where you pay a few more dollars and we'll give you a Game Pass experience?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what people do here is when they see games on a library, they go, I'm not paying for old games. But when it comes to Game Pass, everyone's happy. It doesn't matter if that game's 1, 2, 3 years old. Everyone's happy just to have it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I think if Google can sort of say to people, if we offer a higher tier, few more dollars, and we'll get the developers to all opt in, and we'll rotate games in and out. I think that'll be a great option to have to compete with Game Pass.
Sure, I agree. I agree. And like I said earlier, man, I think Stadia needs to start adding more bundles or more options instead of just offering a $9.99 monthly subscription. I think they should start offering more ways to place it. An annual subscription fee would be great. And like we talked about earlier, just being able to bundle Stadia into, and someone said it's already a thing, into the YouTube membership, but offering different ways for us to experience Stadia, I feel like would be a
Well,
great
I would
thing.
like the option to have customizable. So you say like, I want Pro, and then I can add UPlay, and then you've got EA Premier.
Right,
Then just
right,
give me the options to add it, and the more I
right,
add, the cheaper it gets.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It doesn't matter if like maybe Google takes the cut or someone takes the cut in the profits or whatever they do, but just bring the price down for the customer.
Yeah, I agree.
Now
I
we have a
agree,
special guest to tell
100%.
us a little more.
Still Lights Games, again, sorry for butchering your name. We talked about this earlier. Yes, plenty of room for all three to coexist, and I believe is actually going to get more competitive in the next, 3 to 5 years. We still haven't heard what Amazon is cooking. Nintendo, we've heard of them and Sony talking to Microsoft to use their infrastructure. So I do see more, parties coming into cloud gaming. Game, but the beautiful thing is good for the consumers, guys. Like, again, you have it with your video streaming services, with your Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus. It's an a la carte service to where you can have all 4 or 5 and then pick which one you want to watch or pay for. It's a beautiful thing. Giving consumers more option is never a bad thing. So I agree with that.
All right.
The game
We've been
rotation's a
waiting to hear
joke.
more
I'm
about
still
this
mad.
game. This
Yeah,
announcement
I
that
agree. I
came
think you're referring to
And now it's
PlayStation
time
Now.
for
Yeah,
a
it
dive
is.
into the
It's
world
a
of
joke.
Vikings.
It really is.
But they market it really well, didn't they? I think they dropped the price down to a
Yeah.
certain affordable price, and then they advertised PlayStation exclusives. And then
Right.
for people that don't know, that's bought the year, they might
Yeah.
have lost access without even knowing.
Yeah.
When we did our
Yeah.
research, we found
Yeah,
that, they were not
They,
mindless
like I
barbarians.
said, they need to go back to the drawing board with that service, man. Hopefully they do with the PlayStation 5 coming
And so they had
and
really
get a better
human motivation.
plan out there, man.
So
Because
for
And
right
plus,
now,
It gives
yeah,
a
go ahead.
misconception of people, doesn't it? Saying if they can remove first-party titles, they can do whatever they want with other
Yeah.
developers.
Exactly.
It's a bad
Right. If the
messaging.
first party titles are not even safe, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Sony doesn't need to go cloud gaming, and it earned. Actually, you'll be surprised when a console releases, they actually sell at a loss. And it takes them years for them to actually start breaking even. So they don't actually make eventually, yes. That's why, Sony's plan is to let the console ride out as long as possible to eventually where they start, making red. But originally from the start, they actually lose money for most hardware sales. So to combat the loss of selling hardwares, if you have your games in the cloud and you're not, relying on hardware, you actually can make more money selling your games, or taking a percentage from third-party devs, right, selling their games on your platform online through streaming. That's, if you ask me, a smarter move, for a company, seriously, because they're not losing money for every console sold. Anyway, I hope that
Well, no-
clarifies. Go ahead.
Well, no wonder that's why games are more expensive at the start of the generation.
Right.
They need to get that percentages back just to make
Right.
the money back from the loss of the
Exactly.
hardware.
Exactly. Microsoft has the best value in gaming right now with Game Pass Ultimate, hands down. I agree, Game Tech. I agree. Best value, and again, I know this is Stadia Connect, and we're Chief said it best in the podcast. He said his alliance is to no one, and I can't stress that enough. Right? You hear our slogan: respect the tech, salute the gamers. If the tech is dope, we respect it, right? So just, I have to be hands down honest with you guys. I do believe right now Microsoft and Game Pass is what to beat when it comes to the best value right now for gamers, hands down. They're putting all same day release of the first party titles on the platform. Not only that, they're getting some pretty good third party support, and the price is right, and then you have access to play it anywhere. Guys, it's dope. Guys, it's dope.
But even though I speak about other services, if I tally up the pros and cons of every single one, I do have to say Stadia is my number one. It equals to my number one. If I factor in graphics fidelity, games,
Yeah.
what's coming, how easy access,
Right.
price
Right.
entry.
I agree. Stadia, man, Stadia made me a believer. So with GeForce Now, I actually had access to it. People are thinking that GeForce Now, um, just got out of beta. With Nvidia Shield, I've had access to GeForce Now for about, I think, like 3.5 to 4
Yeah,
years.
yeah, I can say that.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so you guys don't remember. GeForce Now actually used to be like Google Stadia. They used to make exclusive games where you'd actually have to buy the digital games on a store, and then you'd have to pay $7.99 to play those games. They actually had a Google Stadia like store, but then they removed that. So I used to be a beta back then, and man, it's
But do you think they changed their model because they can't compete with the PC clients like Steam?
it's a good question. They might, right?
Because I
They
still
might.
believe if Steam was the first business to say we are bringing cloud computing, I think everyone would have been behind it.
True.
And same with
True.
Apple. If Apple said we're going to do this, I think a lot of people would have supported it. I
Right.
think it's brand loyalty.
Right. I agree. And still baffles my mind why Steam and Nvidia just doesn't partner up, right? You hear about Steam having this cloud. What they working on? Steam Cloud, whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but why don't they just partner up? They should just buy out GeForce Now. I mean, using all of their games in the library just doesn't make sense. Why don't they just sell to Steam? I mean, that would solve the issue of having to opt in, opt out of games and programs. But anyway, I divert.
And also, PlayStation changed their model, didn't they, as well? Because there was only stream only, wasn't it? And then a lot of people complained, and they offered the option to download afterwards.
Right.
So it came like a hybrid service, didn't it?
They did. They did. I wonder why, right? I wonder why.
Mhm.
It's
And that's
crazy.
why when you look at least that Stadia's point of view, it is a true cloud server. It's got their own, infrastructure on Google's side, its own ecosystem where you can buy games, play anywhere.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I was talking about GeForce Now. I actually lost my train of thought with that conversation. So I don't know where I was going. I was just letting you guys know that GeForce Now actually was here a long time ago before it's in beta now, but it just got a beta, but it's here longer than most people actually are aware of it. But yeah, geez, I lost my train of thought with that conversation. Game Tech says Stadia is like Dreamcast. They better get busy with games. Oh snap! That's crazy. That's harsh, man.
So do you think with GeForce Now, they're going to be the first competitors to push graphic fidelity with ray tracing? Do you think they're going to challenge the other cloud services to be better?
I think so. And again, it's a beautiful thing, right? They again are one of the cheapest ways to experience ray tracing in the cloud. For the other option is through Shadow, but then you have to get their other tiers, which are kind of a little more pricey. But yeah, I mean, when fall comes and people are playing Cyberpunk for just $5 in GeForce Now, people it's the Stadia crowd that they're gonna hear that, right? If
Do you think-
Stadia releases with Cyberpunk and doesn't have ray tracing, people are gonna let them know that they're not too happy about that.
Do you think
But
that GeForce Now price entry could force Google's hand to reduce their price entry?
you mean to reduce or to increase?
Reduce it.
I
Maybe
don't
reduce
think
their
it's gonna be
service price.
You mean Shadow or GeForce Now price?
GeForce Now, do you think GeForce Now could challenge Google to reduce their
Oh,
price?
to reduce the price. Sorry, I didn't hear that, Kurt. Maybe. Here's the thing. I don't think Google Stadia is going lower than the price point because they have the free base model, right? So they're like, if you guys are not willing to pay $10, which is reasonable, right? They can easily say just go with the free base model. But I thought I read that GeForce Now prices at $5 is not going to stay that way.
Yeah, it's only a trial, isn't it? It's only for
Right. So eventually, they're going to start getting closer to the Google Stadia pricing to begin with. So,
yeah, but
but
you
no,
have to get, you have to
I
get more developers on board to at least consider high in the price at this moment.
yeah, yeah. I don't see them lowering the price tag though. It'll be nice. It'll be nice for the consumers. But I think something that they need to work on, though, I think we've said this here multiple times, is just having different tiers, man. Give us, I don't mind paying imagine paying $60 for a yearly subscription to Pro. That will solve the problem of having to worry about a monthly payment every month for $9.99, right? I think they just need to offer more ways to pay or access Google Stadia. Go ahead.
I think that's a great price because when you look at like Origins, Premiere, and stuff like that, they offer like a monthly, doesn't it? Where it's like 15 or something like that, and then if you buy it over a year, it's cut in half. The price is cut in half, so it's great. So if Stadia can cut their price by close to half, it'll be a great incentive.
Right. The PlayStation Now, I believe a yearly pass is $60, isn't it? Right.
I thought they were cheeky for me. I had it auto renewed a week before, and then they offered the new price, and instead of refunding me the price difference, they just said, you know, carry on with the subscription. This will be your new price a year from now.
Oh my gosh. Sony, man. Thieves. That's funny. Stadia is trying to become the cloud platform where you can use the power of the cloud to make different games. I agree. I agree. I feel like, again, the beautiful thing about Stadia, it is kind of like a real console in the cloud, right? You're going to be seen, for instance, right? We're not going to see Nvidia and GeForce Now make games geared towards the GeForce Now platform. They're just going to offer ways to play games that you already own. Same thing with Shadow. But the beautiful thing with Stadia is they are going to kind of push that taking advantage of the cloud, because again, you're designing specifically for the cloud, Google Stadia cloud platform. And I think we'll see the benefit of actually having a system in the cloud, harnessing the power of the cloud. And yeah, I agree. It's going to be when those exclusive games start coming to Google Stadia, where you see features and things that can only be done in the cloud. I feel like that's going to get a lot of people really talking about cloud gaming. So I agree.
Yeah, imagine today they show a lot of computing and then just show like a Monster Hunter style game where you have hundreds of enemies on the screen, and it's like, this is the future.
Yeah.
I'll be really excited about hack and slash them all down. That'll be amazing.
Right, that would be dope. So I just want to say this is actually our first super sticker or super shot. So I appreciate this. Jose, hope I'm not butchering that name. I'm gonna call you Mel. Thank you. Really appreciate this, man. Really, really cool to see. And it's really cool to see you guys just rocking with us. I know just a lot going on right now in the Stadia community. So I'm glad that you guys are here and you guys are enjoying the content that we're providing. So yeah, thank you for that, man. Really, really appreciate that. So you guys again are on here and you guys are awesome. The comments are just insane, man. And so that's what we wanted, though. That's why we came on here a little earlier, just to get you guys fired up, get you guys pumped for this event. So I was trying to really get to all of the comments. We have about 30 minutes before the show. Holtz, just real quick, do you know where that is going to take off or kick off? Do we know for sure yet if it's going to be on the Google Stadia page, or is it going to be an IGN like last time? Google is terrible with this. But yeah, if you can look that up while we keep going here, that'll be really helpful for sure. Let's see. We're just gonna continue to answer some of this. My voice is going. Answer some of this as you guys. So yes, Brawlhalla coming to Stadia. If you If so, would you play? I think it is coming. I thought it was announced for this fall, but yeah, I'm a huge Brawlhalla fan. I played it for the PlayStation 4 when it was a thing, and then I also played it for the Switch. And this is kind of like your Smash Bros equivalent. And the cool thing is, like, you don't need to buy a Nintendo console to experience that. So yes, if this comes to Stadia for sure, I will definitely be playing. I'll kick y'all's butts too. So let's go. Let's see here. So the way this StreamYard works is if you skip, especially like when you guys are writing a lot, if you like, I went down to highlight this super chat and it just like throws off the whole thing. And so I'm trying to catch back up to where I was. But man, you guys again are awesome and you guys are killing it right now with this
It
chat.
says the official YouTube channel at 6 p.m. BST tonight.
Okay. So I'm gonna have that just ready to go when it's closer to launch. Again, man, this this is absolutely insane the way Google communicates, man. It's just it's so crazy. It's so bizarre how they just let us know the Stadia Connect is coming, and that's all. They don't say like where to watch it, anything like that. Even on the official Google Stadia page right now, you see nothing. It's insane.
Well, do you think it says here 20 usually 20 minutes? Do you think 20 minutes is going to be enough for what us fans actually want to see?
Well, if they do it like the Switch does, Nintendo's one of the best. They actually are the innovators of this style of presentation with the Nintendo Directs. What they do, and I remember Sony's first venture at this. What the Sony called it? But people like, oh, compare this to Nintendo Direct. This is trash, right? And then you see Sony get better at the next one. So what they do is they pack the most information. I mean, in 30 minutes, you can get like 50, 60 announcements just in 30 minutes. So if this is 20 minutes, my hope is that they cut with the fluff and they give us like bangers after bangers, right? Just news after news, games after games. So I feel like they can, if they take a Nintendo's direct type approach,
Well,
and give us like, we can get a lot of information in 20 minutes. Just want to highlight this again, Anthony. Thank you for the super chat, super sticker, man. You guys again are awesome. We really appreciate you guys just again rocking with us and super chatting and just letting us know you appreciate the work that we do here. Again, this is mostly for you guys, man. We do this for you, and so I'm glad you guys appreciate what we're doing here and the content that we're providing for you guys. It's really cool to see.
But I was saying this on podcast one. I really want to watch this stream, and as we're watching it, it goes, "Here's a demo link, and here's the pre-order link." And as every time a game comes in, they just keep on showing these links. Go to Stadia now, click pre-order or click demo. That's what I want to see.
Ooh, that would be dope. That would be dope. That would be really dope, right? Let's hope. Just the instant of demos. Jeez, give us demos. That would be so dope. But we'll see. Again, I feel like a lot is riding on Stadia right now for this, man. So we'll see how they handle this whole hype. Again, this is not your traditional Google Stadia event. This is a Game Fest event, like I said earlier. Jeff Keighley is the dude does not mess around when he comes to putting on shows. So he expects every show to be spectacular. And he's the type of guy that will make sure like Google Stadia has enough to show to get people hyped up for this event. So I think, man, I think we're gonna get some really good stuff here, man. It's gonna be cool to see. Yeah, geez, sorry guys. Still trying to catch up on the chat.
I mean, I came up with the idea. Maybe they could sort of give some giveaways by saying, "Click this link, open Creator, and find code hidden in boxes or something like that," just to give away free stuff.
Yeah, that'll be dope too, right? That'll be really dope. That'll be dope. Giveaway. All right, so let's do the first giveaway. Geez, Louise's. How are we gonna? How are we gonna do this? All right, so let's see. You know what? We'll do the giveaway when Chief gets back. He should be coming back soon. And he's the one, because I have to focus on reading the chat and interacting with you guys. It's always good to have a second person handy. So he's gonna be the one working on the giveaway. So I'm not trying to like entice you guys to stay on here, but I'm just being realistic. We were gonna do when he's here, but he had to go to work. But he'll be back, he said, right before the show starts. So when he comes back, we do have 3 giveaways to give away. Again, you have your choice of $10 Google Play card or $10 Steam card. So we will be giving those away. So stay tuned. Chief should be back around right when the show starts. I can't just multitask, again, trying to catch up with this shot. But we do have 3 giveaways to give out. So Sony, we read this, right? Google is taking the time with Stadia. So Rusty, thank you for this, and I do think this is really important to highlight. So Google is taking the time with Stadia. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Also, the overhead is low since they already own exactly features will come, games will come, and so will the players. And I think in an interview, I think it was Jade Raymond who they were interviewing, and she would just, like she said, the Breath of the Wild caliber type of exclusive is going to come 5 years down the line. And you know, she was saying with the launch of the Google Stadia platform, it wasn't like your traditional console where you have to worry about you know, getting enough consoles in stores for you to sell, like making sure the hardware's she was saying like she's never experienced anything like this, because the hard thing was they had to make sure like they had enough like wire under like the waters to make sure that the data center is ready. So I agree, Google's not looking at this like a short-term investment. They're looking at this, they've put the pipelines right. They've got, their whole thing is like get this in the hands of players and make sure that it works. And I feel like that's what they were really focused on with the launch of the Google Stadia platform. And now it's there, consumers have it, and it works. Like we've stayed on here, it's probably one of the best experience when it comes to cloud gaming, right? So that is there. The games are going to come, like she stated, 5 years down the road we'll, you know, get to see those type of Zelda Breath of the Wild exclusive games. The games will come. Just be patient, guys. I know people expecting this to like take off instantly, and this is new to Google. They're working on it, and the games will come. So I agree, Rusty. Good job with this, 100%. Yeah, the only thing about PS Now is that it's cheap. Yeah, they need to, man. They need to go back to the drawing board with PS. Players will only leave PC, Xbox if Stadia have something more different. And again, I believe that's where the exclusives and the features is gonna differentiate. Like think of a game like Rainbow Six Siege, if it does ever come to Google Stadia. Actually, for instance, think about the Division 2. I feel like people would rather play the Division 2 on Stadia compared to the PS4 because number one, it has crossplay, so you can play with people who have PC. But number two, a feature like Stream Connect is not available for the PS4, and that's a pretty sick feature. Now imagine if all the other features come to where it separates itself from all the other platforms. People will definitely choose to play the games on GeForce Now, on Google Stadia compared to consoles, right? But yeah, they do need to offer something different to stand out and make it more enticing for people that want to play on Stadia for sure. The other thing to state with this, Michael, is the fact that you can play Stadia literally anywhere, right? It's kind of like a Nintendo Switch, to where Switch is held as the most convenient platform. But with Google Stadia, you don't have to worry about, you know, Switch, you only limited to playing it handheld wise and then needing a dock to play in TV. With Stadia, you can play it on your laptop, you can play it on your PC, you can play it everywhere pretty much, and not iPhones yet, but hopefully that will come. But that's also something that differentiates it from all of the other cloud gaming platforms. So that's pretty cool.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, like, but my younger family members, they've got the Switch and they're playing Stadia.
Hoti, kind of, what are you saying?
My younger family members.
Oh, 15 minutes to go before the show. Hoti, dear bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My younger family members, they
Mhm.
are Stadia players and they play the Switch. They're the only two consoles they know, and they're
Oh,
7 and 8. So for them,
yeah,
getting into gaming, that's all they know at the moment. So nothing's no hardware. They don't know what hardware, they don't know what disc is, they don't know what a cartridge is. All they know is digital and streaming.
yeah,
So if they can sort of carry on this messaging and just focus on these cloud services and then tell their friends and they can tell their friends, it's going to get bigger just from their point of view. So
I agree.
I hope there's people out there, dads, mums, uncles, aunties, that are sort of showing these younger generations, look, you can play anywhere and it actually sticks.
Yeah, true. I mean, like Switch owners are mostly like kiddos, right? So if they can, first get like experience with this and share with other people, yeah, starts from the trickles up to other people and family members too. So yeah, I agree. It's pretty cool to see the little ones taking Stadia seriously, though. That's really neat to see. My belief right now is Shadow PC and GeForce Now go together great due to storage limitation of Shadow. GeForce Now is a complementary service. I agree 100%. That's the beauty with, again, having multiple cloud gaming platforms and services you choose from. It does complement one another, right? So GeForce Now, like I said, with hyper whatever the hyper, again, I'm struggling with that game. Like I stated,
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape, man, that name kills me every time. But again, when we were watching the Forward Ubisoft event, we were all downloading it because we thought GeForce Now wouldn't get it. And then once we found out GeForce Now was getting it, we all just like, no, we're not. We're gonna uninstall it because of the storage, limitation with Shadow. Why download? So again, it offers, if you can't play a game one place and it's available for another service or platform, just go play it there. And so it's pretty cool. I agree. Game Tech. Steam did a partner with GeForce Now beta right now. Yeah, that's true. So Michael, GeForce Now is, yep. True. All right, so we're moving along here. James says 15 minutes. Yes. Hype is real, fellas. Hype is real. We're just actually 12 minutes away now. I'm refreshing the Google Stadia page just to make sure we don't get any BS happening. So you guys let me know in the chat where you guys are think this is going to play at, because so you were saying is the Google Stadia page. So we're gonna get Ben in here. What's good, bro? What's up, Ben?
What's up?
Welcome.
You go.
Yeah, we are 12 minutes away from the show. You hyped yet, bro?
I am, man. I've been trying to work. It's hard. There's so much going on right now.
So much going on. It's insane, right? It's really insane. Do you, Ben? I was just asking the chat. Do you know where this is actually going to take place at?
There was a link. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, see if we, again, we don't want to be late to this. I wish, again, Google would just be like, it is going to be playing here at this time, to get us ready. But it's just a game of charades right now, trying to figure out where this is actually going to air. Let's see, graphics and Stadia have to go. Yes, so let's read ways to go. That is, I feel, the biggest complaints a lot of people are having with Stadia, especially like playing a game like Red Dead and Destiny. Just the graphics are not on par with what you see on consoles, which is kind of frustrating and a bummer, because we know tech-wise it's able to handle, right, these killer graphics like they promised us when it was announced. But hopefully they fix it with Gen 2 and we see better performance in graphics. Big AAA games are in development for years, like some Cyberpunk. Take closer to a decade. Yeah, that's why that game is going to be incredible. people are like complaining about the delays. I'm just like, guys, chill out, chill out. This is CD Projekt Red that we're talking about, man. They are masters at their craft, and so the game is gonna come. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be really dope. So just be patient, hang in there, fellas. It's gonna be dope. All right. So Stadia and GeForce Now are basically PC. Exactly. True. True. All right. Beyond Good and Evil 2 open beta weekend. Whoa, hip hop. Is that where you getting this information from? Is this legit? Is this true? Where you getting this from? Do you guys, Holtz or Ben, and do you guys know about this? Is this
Well,
legit?
I've not heard of it.
I heard a rumor about that the other day, but I don't know where I heard it. I don't have a source or anything, so I have no idea if it's real or not.
Okay. Okay.
Because
So
if it was,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, if it was, I thought Ubisoft would have announced it the other day. Because Beyond Good
That's
and
true.
Evil, they would have dropped the
Yep.
video for it.
Yep. That's a game that would
to be
get a
fair,
lot of
though-
people talking. Yeah.
To be fair, though, Ubisoft said nothing about Stadia at all, and I was a little disappointed. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they were just saving everything for the Connect just to not take any spotlight off from Google.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. They literally zero references to cloud gaming or Google during the Ubisoft Forward.
That's true.
It's funny how we're all hyping up Stadia. We're all like, well, maybe EA will save Squadrons for Connect, and maybe they'll save all this for Connect, and we're all building up this like thing that might not even happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Guys, this might, as hyped as we are, I guess I have to remind people to kind of lower your expectations, man, because we might actually come out this event being really disappointed. I think again they have the spotlight and they have the opportunity to shine here, but Stadia has known to kind of drop the
Disappoint.
ball with these these events. So I guess like realistically, we should just taper down expectations. That way we can be blown away if it's actually decent, not even great. But let's see, man. Let's see what happens here. But let me
Their
let's-
Twitter has been going crazy the last couple of days. Every time somebody comments something, they're like, "Look forward to our event. Look forward to our event. We've got big news." So
you see, lower your expectation. He's
they're
like,
hyping it up
they hyping
themselves,
it up.
though.
But you know
And
what?
I
They
know they're
always
going to add
do
a
that.
they're going to add a whole bunch of countries to the list. I know that's going to be one of their big things.
Right. You know, Toon News. I mean, Toon News. Seriously. I mean, yes, we want to see games, but all they have to say to get people pumped is just more countries and iOS support. I feel like that's enough to get people like going crazy. You know,
Okay.
so if they have those two things under the belt, you know, that's their card up their sleeves that they know will get people pumped. So we'll see.
Well, there's one for you. What would happen if they started region locking games behind a bigger market? So if India and Asian market was bigger than the Western market, can you see developers only making it for the Indian Stadia market?
Ooh, that's a great point. I hope not. Right? Hopefully with cloud gaming is the like just being able to play anywhere and take out the restriction of like region locked and all that stuff. But you do have a good point, and I hope we know in Japan they do that, right? They keep some of the games there and then bring it to the States. So I hope that doesn't become a thing. But we'll see. Hopefully not. What's your take on it?
Well, I hope not, but I can see developers saying, well, we are making more money in the Indian market because they've got a bigger, huge mobile network and they've got this and this. So why should we focus on Western titles when we could make RPG titles for the Indian market or whatever the demographic wants to focus on?
Wow,
it's all off from a money point of view, isn't it?
True. True. Ben, what's your take on this? By the way, Michael, thank you.
$100 right there.
Wow.
That's amazing right there.
Wow, that is absolutely insane. What currency is that? That is so crazy. Really appreciate that, man. Again, you guys have been
It's still
flipping awesome here. Wow.
money is money, man. Thank you.
Money is money, and we are grateful. Thank you guys so much. A lot of support here, man. We really. Oh, Chief is on. Chief, you're at work. I see him commenting there. Again, Michael, thank you so much, man. This is really dope. All right, we are 5 minutes away. I'm just trying to make sure that we have.
I'll check their YouTube again.
Yeah. Check YouTube. I'm refreshing just to make sure. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put us up here, kind of just prep for that. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna prep for this show, make sure we are on cue. And if you guys see anything, let me know so I can get right onto it. Yo, this is exciting, guys. This is really cool, man. We are 5 minutes away from the show. You guys, it better be live. I know that's last one wasn't. It was like a pre-recorded event, so I hope like they at least premiere it, right? Jeez, crazy.
I'll check the Stadia Discord real quick and see if they've got a link up there.
For sure. I don't think Apple will allow any cloud game in iOS. Yeah, man, there is some selfish company. And I tell people, man, if you have iOS, man, I feel I can never. They make some great products, but the whole system of really depend on the ecosystem to get the content that you want, I am not for that. But kudos to you guys who have iOS devices. Yo, Mond, I agree. I can't tell you how many times I get in our comments in our videos, and also in the Discord of India getting Stadia support. This is going to be huge. I feel like people are going to be doing cartwheels and backflips in India, like when this is officially a thing. And just so you guys know, Google stated that they were going to invest $10 billion in India. So I mean, if they go in that route, taking India that serious, I think it's only a matter of time before we see Stadia come to India. But that's going to be
well,
dope.
it goes back to the point, doesn't it? If people, prefer not to buy consoles in India and you prefer to have mobiles in certain ways, Stadia needs to market really effective. So all brand new phones and devices should be saying, play Stadia, play games, and push that narrative in all across India.
Right.
If Google slip up and just say, we've released it in India and no one in India really knows about it, it's just going to be, everyone's going to go, there's your India market and no one's investing in it. Google needs to push a big, huge marketing message behind it.
True. They do. But knowing Google, are they though?
That's the problem, isn't it? It's Google. Yeah.
That's a question. I'm just trying to queue this up, get it ready for the show. Give me a second, fellas. I don't trust Google, so I'm trying to get ahead of things. So if y'all, Holt and Ben, if you guys want to take some questions from the comment, we have a lot of people still kind of writing. So just take some.
Yeah, I checked Summer Game Fest. Stan, I see your comment there. I checked their website too, and it's not up yet. So they like to wait till the last second every time whenever they do a Connect.
I seriously don't get that, man. I seriously don't get that. Crazy, but we'll figure this out. Again, just trying to be prepped and ready. Have the Google Stadia page on queue. So just gonna share the screen and get this sound going. Cool. All right, so we're gonna keep refreshing and see what happens with this Connect. This is crazy. Again, we shouldn't have to be here relying on Google to just randomly put this event. Oh, that's funny. My Google Home just picked that.
Mic's off.
Well, Voltron said that I think GeForce Now will have Death Stranding. I think if they actually do get Death Stranding, it's going to be huge for them.
Yeah.
Because if they get Death Stranding, then they're definitely going to have Zero Horizon Dawn and the potential to have any other PlayStation exclusive going forward.
Agreed. And you know what? The beautiful thing, like we said on here with cloud gaming, is even if it's not available for GeForce Now and you have access to Shadow, you can just play it on Shadow today, I believe, right? So, all right, it's 10 o'clock. What's going
Come
on?
on,
with
where is
Stadia
it at?
Game? Jeez, man. This is bananas. Everyone is scrambling right now.
Oh, they posted a link on their Twitter.
Can you post it in the comment?
Let me grab it real quick.
This is absolutely insane that jeez Louise. Google, this is not cool, man.
Hey everyone, made it back just in
Hey
time.
Chief.
What's up, Chief?
What's up? We're trying to get the link to this event, man. It's crazy.
I'm copying it in the StreamYard chat real quick.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. This is insane.
All right, it's in there.
Yeah.
Looks like it's another pre-recorded one.
Oh Jesus. My goodness.
What a surprise. We
Right.
could have known that it was going to be... Have they even premiered it, or is it just
Yeah,
literally... they just put it live?
Oh, my goodness. All right. I'm playing it now. Hold on.
Let's
This
see
is
it.
absolutely... All right, got it up.
I'm disappointed that it's a pre-recorded and not a live stream.
This is crazy. Oops, sorry, y'all.
Well, Kyrie says how you get FIFA 20 for cloud gaming. I think the only option is Shadow PC.
All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm
folks.
Megan, and I lead Stadia's user experience research team. Welcome to today's Stadia Connect. You
Yeah,
just
bring on
saw
Uplay
some of the
Plus. Come on,
incredible
we can
games
do
you
it.
can start playing right
Will it
now with
happen?
Stadia Pro. Today, we'll show you even more games coming to Stadia and give you a close look at some new games arriving later this year from Stadia Games and Entertainment. But let's start with those Stadia Pro games you just saw. You can play all of them today for free with your Stadia Pro subscription without having to buy expensive hardware. We're adding new games to Stadia Pro every month, and players who have claimed Games
Seriously?
with Pro since launch have scored more than 24 free games. If you haven't signed up yet, you can try Stadia Pro for free by heading to stadia.com to start playing all of these games instantly, today. We say instantly a lot here at Stadia. Making your games quicker and easier to play is behind everything we do. Now, your games are getting even more instant with Click to Play.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay,
interesting.
that's cool.
Let's go,
That's
baby.
cool.
Here's how it works. You're a Stadia Pro subscriber, you're watching your favorite YouTube creator play PUBG, and you feel like starting your own game with some friends. Just click the link they've shared in the description, and you're playing PUBG instantly on Stadia. It's that easy. You
Okay.
click, you play. No waiting, no game download or update. The game just starts in seconds. It
But
works with
that's the
any
same
game
as
you
we have
play with
now.
Pro or buy on the store.
We have this now.
You can use Click to Play links
Yeah,
on any Stadia
They're just
supported device.
advertising it.
It
Yeah.
really is that
It's nothing
easy.
new.
You click, you
Huh.
play. Now let's talk games.
I've been doing
You
this for
already
Hey,
know that we'll be
months.
playing
Here
some
comes the
awesome games
games.
on Stadia soon, like Marvel's Avengers,
Okay.
Already knew
Assassin's
that
Creed
one.
Valhalla,
I need that too.
and Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay,
There
give
it
us
is.
the release
Cyberpunk
date.
2077 that launches on Stadia.
Anything new here?
If you want
Come
to play
on.
your games on your TV, Stadia Premier Edition makes that possible with the included Stadia
Guys.
controller
Seriously?
and Chromecast
Killing
Ultra.
us.
And it's now just $99.99.
How is
My
this a
goodness.
Connect?
Now I'm
This is
excited to
just an
share some of the
advert.
new games from devs big and small that you can buy and play soon on Stadia. A lot of the games you'll be playing this year come from our friends at 2K. In addition to Mafia 2 and 3
Okay.
Remastered and Borderlands 3, you'll be able to play incredible sports games with your friends, like PGA Tour 2K21,
This is not good.
WWE Battlegrounds,
This is everything they've
and
already
NBA
announced.
No,
2K21
yeah.
this year.
They got to move
We
faster.
built
They're gonna
Stadia
start
Yeah.
to
losing
make
people.
playing games with friends easier than it's ever been. Grab a partner and a couple of controllers, or meet your friends online. It's time for some truly explosive multiplayer in Super Bomberman R Online.
First on Stadia. Bomberman, really?
Bomberman.
Okay.
Wasn't this announced earlier this year as well?
Jeez, come
I'm
on,
still not
guys.
seeing anything new.
Yeah.
This was like months ago they said about this, right?
64 mode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to the top. Battle with up to 64 players
They better
Oh my
fix
God.
this.
This is crazy.
18 minutes.
This is
Only an
crazy.
18-minute connect. How far are we? They got 10
Let's
minutes to
see.
redeem themselves. Liam, this is beyond a letdown. This
Oh
is
my
a kick in the gut, man. This is just. This isn't a connect. This is a freaking advert.
This is wow. Come on, Stadia. I have faith in you guys. Let's go.
They're probably going to spend the last 10 minutes of it talking about Orcs Must Die 3
Yeah, right?
at this rate.
Seriously. Wow.
Well, there's always the next Connect.
Oh, not
Is it
yet,
in 2
bro.
months or is it in 6 months?
Yeah. Not yet. Let's keep the faith up, man.
My faith's about here right now.
Oh man. Wow.
Game Tech Planet can't even finish a sentence. He's gobsmacked.
Just guys.
And now for a very different take on multiplayer.
Okay. Oh, we knew this was coming. It was leaked.
Yeah.
Leaked.
The one good thing they've got, they
It was
leaked it.
Jeez.
Leaked 6 days ago.
Jeez.
Wasn't? Yeah.
Come on, Stadia.
Okay, so it's loud for us, but not for them, Ace. I'm gonna turn it up a little.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll turn it up. Thank you. All right. Let me know how that sounds.
Here's the features.
Exclusive features. That's the crowd choice.
Destiny. I'm a survivor.
What's that?
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
What is this?
What is this?
That's new.
Let's go. Let's go.
Is this something new they haven't leaked?
It's Elder Scroll.
This looks like the Scrolls, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This was a
come
rumor
on.
a few hours ago.
Are you serious? Oh my
Mean Girls,
God.
they were just realistic, unfortunately.
Jeez.
We are cloud gaming
Mean
fanboys.
Girls.
We are not Stadia fanboys.
No.
Everything's got to impress us, and at the moment, I am less than impressed. Crowd play, finally. No, it was even crowd choice, wasn't it? Not crowd play.
Yeah, this crowd choice they talked about.
But that's in September, so that's still a few months away. The one game that's got crowd choice.
Oh my goodness.
Stonethorn. Okay.
The Elder Scrolls Online came out last
They've
month
just
on
released
Stadia,
Greymore.
free as part of Stadia Pro. It's only free to claim until July 16th, so add it to your collection today, and you can
Wow.
keep playing as long as you keep your Stadia Pro subscription.
How is the
After
volume,
16th,
guys?
The
Let
Elder
me know in
Scrolls
the
Online will
comments.
still be
Is
available
it
to
good?
buy in the Stadia store. If you've been questing across Tamriel for years, good news. The Elder Scrolls Online on Stadia supports cross-play and cross-progression with PC and Mac.
They just
That means
showed
you can take
this.
experience, items, and friends with you.
Come
This
on.
is
Wasn't
bad.
this on the last Connect?
Ready to play right
Yeah.
now? You can click to play with
Oh
the link in
my
the description.
gosh. Oh.
Next up, more adventures from gaming's most serious action hero.
Serious Sam 4. That we already knew about.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it, mate. He said it.
Good. Wow, guys. Come on.
Okay, so what are we down to? Like 6 minutes?
Are you serious? Just 6 left?
No, not hello neighbor. Please, not hello neighbor.
Oh my goodness, guys. Wow.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Wow. Wow.
There's your September Pro game right there.
Oh my gosh.
They're seriously not going to dump a bunch of pro games on us right now.
Available free.
This next game is totally original,
Wow.
absolutely weird, and just as much fun.
We don't
Sing your
weird-
way through
oh.
one hand
We don't want
clapping.
weird. When was... Sorry, come on, chat. Help us out here. When was Hello Neighbor launch, right? Isn't this been out, like, months? It's
Yeah.
been on all my freaking kids' YouTube kids streams. It does my nut in. And what the hell is this?
This looks like something open from the Discord.
Oh gosh, what the hell am I watching, bro? What am I watching right now? My
That's-
goodness.
Ace, how long have we got of this? This is painful.
Can I
20
forward?
minutes.
Let me forward.
It was
a little
18
bit.
minutes. Look, we're almost halfway
Alright.
through and we're all dying here. Come on.
Okay, alright.
One hand clapping, yeah. This is about as much
Jeez.
clapping as it's going to get, I think.
Okay, here we go, baby. Whatever
Give
the
us
heck
something
this
good.
is. Gears of War?
No.
What is this? Let's go.
Death Stranding.
Wait,
Go on.
Enix?
No.
Whoa.
As
Let's
the last
go.
remnants of
Oh,
humanity,
okay, what's this?
Square Enix. Ooh.
Let's go.
the signal is still out there.
Okay,
And
this
with
looks good.
lies the key
Nice.
to our salvation.
Okay.
We journey from the ruins of our old world and into what lies beyond.
Okay. I like this.
This looks good.
Nice.
Good way to show off the 4K cloud gaming with the Pro and everything.
For sure.
even I do not believe.
Can they redeem themselves?
What is this?
Where I am taking these two, there's no coming back.
Huh.
You think
If it's Square Enix as well, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge.
this is real?
Outriders, somebody said.
Whoa.
Outsiders? Outriders?
Journey.
Take bets.
Beyond hope. Okay.
Do what you were sent here for. Go beyond the frontier. It's the end of the goddamn world out
I
there.
like
All
this. This looks good.
Yeah, Voltron won so far.
is crashing down.
Let's hope that they got the crap out of the way at the beginning.
If they want to
Yeah.
redeem themselves, they need to make this a pro game right now.
Right? Let's go. Pro, Stadia Pro.
I'm going to check my Stadia app,
Outriders.
see if there's anything.
Available now. Yeah, come on. I'm going to race you.
In Square Enix say games going to be out in August.
So the chat's saying Outriders.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it
Square
is.
Enix. Nice.
Outriders. Square
Any
Enix.
release date?
Some games are so challenging and precise.
Yeah, my new release is the same, just shapes and
Can't
beats.
wait to come back.
Screw
We're
that.
proud to announce the first Stadia game coming from the legendary developer.
Orcs Must Die 3 is available on the Stadia app right now for Pro.
2019 Game of the Year, Sekiro.
Yeah.
Shadow Die Twice.
Oh, okay. Eh.
Claiming it right now.
But what's this, Sekiro?
Sekiro is a good get, but kind of old.
I was looking at my phone. Was there a date on that Outriders?
No date.
I didn't see one.
No date.
They didn't even say it was coming soon. It was just
Available now, hopefully. Available now.
Secret 4.
Fall?
Somebody quick, go and rewind the stream. Was there a date on that Outriders?
No date, no date. Don't you PUBG guys? For real?
Is this another PUBG thing?
PUBG? The heck?
So
Oh my god.
we fixed the bots.
Oh my goodness. Come on guys. Season do you have to advertise season 8 of oh my gosh.
Why are
What
they
was that?
advertising stuff?
Square Enix, Hitman.
So
September.
Outriders is supposed to be December. Hitman just September.
Oh nice. Okay.
Hitman 3, 2021. That's still old though, right?
That should be the new one, I think.
Hitman 1, 2, and
Some of the
3.
games you'll be playing on Stadia in
Still not
2020
first.
and beyond. Now here's my
Yeah, I don't know if you
team.
heard me, but Outriders is supposed to release December.
Hi, I'm Khalid from Stadia Games and Entertainment.
It doesn't say anything on
Our team creates
Stadia.
and publishes games for Stadia in partnership with some of the most talented studios around the world.
Is this
We're
first one?
excited to announce just a few of the studios we are working with. Harmonix, the masters of music, delivering rhythm and passion to everything they do. Uppercut Games, specializing in environmental storytelling and boundless creativity. And Supermassive Games, the masters of horror gaming, bringing 10 years of award-winning expertise to Stadia. Later this year, we'll be sharing more about what these talented studios are working on. But today, we're thrilled to give you a look at two of the games coming this year from Stadia Games and Entertainment.
Let's go.
Let's start with a new creation from the shooter specialists at Splash Damage.
Okay.
We're proud to introduce Outcasters.
This might be good. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. What the hell? What the hell, bro? Come on.
Oh, they're killing us
Oh
here.
my goodness. Oh, kill me now.
Wow.
This is
Hey,
not
hasn't somebody
it.
created this in Creator already?
This is not it.
Launching next week on Creator.
Yeah, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I am beyond disappointed.
Wow. What the hell am I watching, bro? Wow.
It's an exciting new studio, man. First party title right there.
I mean, to be fair, it looks fun.
No. 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 Take that back to the lab. We don't
We'll be
want
showing
that,
you
man.
much
Come
more
on.
about Outcasters this fall.
Oh my
But now,
God.
let's take a look at the return of a revolutionary tower defense series from our friends at Robot Entertainment.
We know that's
Get ready
coming.
to play Orcs Must Die 3.
Is this the last announcement?
This
I'm
might
gonna-
be it, guys. This might be it.
Seriously,
Oh
that's
my
all we
God.
get?
So there's one game we didn't know of. How long left of the stream for the video phase?
I don't. Let's see. We got about like 4 minutes.
3 minutes is Orcs Must Die.
3 minutes.
Seriously, they've been talking about this game since what? February? March?
Yeah.
And they screwed up last week by showing that it's a pro game, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey Dean, check the description of the stream. You'll see the Discord in there.
Said it.
Is it just me, or did they do some work on, since the last preview of Orcs Must Die? Because the graphics look better now than they used to. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be positive here.
Orcs Must Die 3 is the first
Good job,
full
there, Ben.
4K
Good job,
60.
there, Ben.
Right now, all
Full
you need is
4K
Stadia
60.
Pro. It's
So-
that simple. Just click
That's
and play.
something, right?
Stadia Pro is just one way to get games. All of the games available on Stadia, including the ones you saw today, can also be purchased individually through the Stadia store.
He sounds so excited right
We
now.
can't wait to see how you're using Click to Play to enjoy all the games on Stadia. Share your stories with us, and you could be featured in an upcoming Stadia Connect. Thanks for watching.
Oh
You
no.
just learned about a new way to get to your
Oh,
games with Click to Play. You saw more games to play on Stadia.
Oh no.
And you got your very first glimpse of what's coming from Stadia Games and Entertainment.
Oh no.
We're just getting started. There's a lot more coming soon. See you on Stadia.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
no.
I cannot believe that they are pitching click to play as a new freaking
Oh
thing.
no.
This is the way we have been
guys.
sharing in streams and getting our friends in game for the
Oh,
last 6
no.
months.
Yeah.
Oh,
How is click to play a
no.
new feature? It's been in every single one of their community posts.
Oh no.
So
That was awful.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Voltron. That was. I'd say they were about
Wow.
equally disappointing.
I don't know. You Play Forward
Wow.
actually brought us some new games and some actual proper gameplay.
Yeah,
know.
with Uplay, I mean, Legion wasn't even on my radar, and after that, I was like, now I can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
But
Far Cry 6. I mean, I had no
No
after
clue that
that
was
trailer,
coming out.
yeah, I was blown. I was like, that's on my but what the hell did we just watch, guys?
That's got to be the
Wow.
worst Connect I've ever seen.
Well, we know it wouldn't compete with PlayStation, but that didn't half suck bad.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, guys, but
speechless.
I don't know how
really
much longer I can
speechless.
stay here.
I am so speechless. Like I seriously don't know what to say. Wow.
that was disappointing.
Yeah, I think we need to get the giveaways to try and redeem.
Yeah,
some,
let's do
some
that.
People.
Let's do Chief, how did we do last time? You had a good
They jumped on the Discord. We got the Reddit bot, the Discord bot.
Wow.
So, did you do the first one?
No, I have 3 to give away.
He said he would leave it to you.
I was gonna do it, but I was like, "There's no way I can multitask right now with trying to keep up with the shots." I was like, "When Chief gets
sorry, I
back,
left you to it. Right, okay,
Yeah.
guys, check the link in the description of the video. There is a Discord. In there is a what's it called? A giveaway channel, and I'm going to put up the giveaway with 3 3 giveaways.
3 giveaways for sure." Oh my goodness!
This is hilarious.
Wow.
So in the Stadia Discord, the official one, the Chris from Google said the Stadia Connect is live. I'm like, okay, it wasn't live at all. Like, why?
They're going to get so much trash
live?
there. Absolute
Oh.
trash.
Oh, they are going to hear it on that Reddit, man.
Man,
And
they are going to
Discord.
get so much stick.
Who is in charge over there, man? I mean, come on. Just hire one of us gamers and we'll help you know how to put on a show. Come on, guys.
Right, guys, you're going to want to jump in. I'm going to give it a 5-minute timer because I think
All right.
everybody wants to go and hang themselves.
Oh, this is bad, guys.
I guess people want to win the Steam gift card from now.
Yeah, so you get a choice to pick either. Oh, I see. Oh.
So what are we going to
That's
give? Are we going to give
good.
away one of each, or
So
are we
they
just
get
going
to
to
pick. They get to
get a
pick
pick?
either
Okay.
Steam or
So we'll just do.
Google Play. Wow. Oh
Ugh.
my goodness.
Minutes.
Jeez.
So we'll do it for 5 minutes.
So let me highlight some of these comments though. It's cracking me up.
Was it a Google
Trash.
Play or Steam gift card? Yeah.
Yeah. He says trash. Game tag, Google definitely. Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about. Why would they hyping this up? And the crazy thing is, like, the Ace card was Orcs Must Die being available now.
Okay, guys, sorry, just to interrupt.
Yeah,
You got
go
5
ahead.
minutes to hop onto the Discord and into the giveaways channel. Just react, and in 5 minutes, it will pick 3 winners. So you've got 5
Cool.
minutes. Get in there.
Awesome. So my thing is, they on Reddit, right? I'm assuming they see what's going on Reddit. They see that this game was already leaked on Reddit, and that still they were hyping it up on their Twitter saying that they have a surprise. Dude, we knew this game was coming. Like, was that it? That can't be it, right? Like, is this really over? Holy shnikes, that was worse than the last Direct and a Connect, and that, wow, guys, I am.
That is
Ooh,
one of the worst connects that I've seen.
wow. Wow, I am gonna be playing. Let me tell you guys what I'm gonna do after this. I'm probably gonna test out Orcs Must Die for sure, but I'm going to be playing Dead Stranded on and Hyperscape on GeForce. They didn't even announce that, dude. Wow. Oh my god.
I wonder which part they actually thought the surprise was. No one, they put a message
The
last time.
Square
saying,
Enix game.
Yeah,
The
that's what it
Square
was.
Enix game, but there was no date. So
No.
how is there? If you haven't got permissions, I have
Yeah.
opened it up. But just pick a role, any role from the role selection, and you should see the giveaways channel.
So with the Square Enix game, I can guarantee you that's not even an exclusive title. That's probably going to come out on other consoles and platforms. So why first look at it? I mean, oh man, guys, this is bad. Like, this is really, really bad. Wow. Bad Connect? Yeah, I agree. Game tech. Why is Stadia obsessed with this crappy look? Dude, the exclusive games we were waiting to see was a cartoon game, guys. Oh my.
Hey, Chief. There's
Yeah,
no permissions on the channel.
It should be if they've got a role. They need a role. So jump into README and hit yourself a role, and then you'll be able to see it all.
I'm gonna throw.
I mean, the fact that they advertised the Premier Edition and didn't use that as an opening to advertise Sabrina. I mean, it's just like you're advertising a soon-to-be outdated thing. Just
seriously, exactly right. So, Chief, you were saying, I know you're busy with the Discord, but you were saying this one-click thing is not a new feature, right?
It's not. It's not.
So they hyped this up, this whole Connect, like it's the second coming. They showed it multiple times, and it's not even like, oh my goodness, wow.
2 minutes left, guys, and I've tweaked the permissions, so you should definitely be able to see it and react there.
Still can't. Yeah.
I just tried to react to it and said missing access.
Huh.
I got everybody to read. That's great. Right, there you go. It's completely open now.
Let me go out and back in again real quick.
7 people have done it. So if you definitely give yourself a role, it was there. But I've completely opened it up now, so you should all be able to get into it and react.
You imagine me trying to do this giveaway with trying to engage the stream would have been a nightmare. But yeah, thanks for doing that, Chief. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness! Wow.
So you can write a message, so you should be able to react to it.
Yeah, it's still not letting me react.
Is it because you've already reacted?
No.
Huh.
Yeah, everyone react is on.
Let's see.
Everybody's just putting up emojis.
Let's see what's going on.
Well, maybe it's because of the thing. So let me
the timer.
Reshare it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna remove it and re-add it. So I'm gonna re-add it with 2 minutes, guys. So you can have 2 more minutes. Bear with me.
Oof.
I mean, they didn't even announce the extra countries. They were bragging about that on their Twitter about how that's coming.
Did the other countries want it now?
That they were going to add other countries to the list.
Yeah. Oh. If you don't mind me asking, what's the point of this Connect? Orcs Must Die? I mean, they could have easily just announced that.
Right, there you go, guys. 2 minutes. Go, go, go.
Yeah.
That seems to have done it.
They could have easily just like they've been doing with the other games. Just announce it. You don't need a Connect to freaking announce Orcs Must Die is coming as a free game for Pro Mac. You don't. What else did they announce that was like eye-opening? Guys.
It's still saying I'm missing access, but it's letting other people do it. So we'll just keep going while we can.
Wow.
Go, 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 go. Everybody react.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh man. Jeez.
If you haven't got one, go to the README channel and pick a couple of roles there, or one role there. Should be doing it.
Oh. Yeah, wow.
See, 6 people have done it.
Yeah, that fixed. That helped.
That
Go into the
fixed it.
go
Pick-
go to the
pick a
README.
role.
Just what Chief said. Go to the README, select a role, and then you can react.
There we go, 9. That's it. 45 seconds, guys. Somebody unreacted.
Should we expand the timer?
I've already extended it twice.
Stan says, "How is my day?" Well, let me tell you.
Right.
Oh, it started off good. There was a lot of hype, going into this, but my goodness, the win has just
30
been-
seconds.
Wow. Man. Dag. I can't even how many times
was
have I said
disappointing, yeah.
dag? Oh man. Oh.
Congratulations, SSR07.
Of course, SSR won. He wins
All right.
everything.
Good one.
All right. Let me see if I can pull that
There's
up.
something magical about SSR where he always wins gift cards.
It's the only time he turns up.
You know why? He puts in work though, so it's well deserved for him. Always engaged in the Discord. Let me see if I can pull this up so y'all can see the winners.
Right. Well, thanks for everybody. Thanks for everybody who's contributed to the channel as well. Obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have to shoot as I've completely neglected my family for the last few hours due to work and this Connect, because, it was well worth my time coming here.
Right.
So when they ask you how was the Connect, honey, you have to say it was good.
It was fantastic. We're getting Orcs Must Die 3.
Yeah.
And we're getting a game we never heard of, but we don't know when it's coming.
Guys, this is crazy.
Right, I'll leave you guys to mop up that mess. So good luck. Thanks, everybody. See you
Thanks,
next
man. Appreciate you doing the giveaway. Later, Chief. Oh man, guys, yeah. So we're getting
rough.
that was really bad. Really, really. So what are you guys gonna do now? Are y'all gonna hop on Orcs Must Die? Are you guys
I might play it for like 30 minutes while I still have some time left on my lunch.
Yeah.
Then maybe I don't know. I have no idea. That was so disappointing.
How about you, Holtz? What are you gonna
No, I'm not gonna dive on it. I'm gonna focus on something else.
do?
So I'm not gonna rush out and just click on that game, because usually when I get games for Pro, it's just game because I know I don't have to download them. It's just something when I want to relax and just go, okay, I'll instantly click on this and I just play it for a few minutes. It's not something that I'm gonna have a long playthrough with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go play some Death Stranding on Shadow. That's what I'm doing, and probably check out Orcs later on. But that game it's not like Go Play Me Now type of game.
No, it's
It
not.
doesn't scream
It's
at
really
me.
not.
So it's kind of a bummer, but yeah. So appreciate you guys. Go ahead.
But it's a shame because, like I said, I really love the fall games that are coming to Stadia. But I wanted to see something for the January, February, March. That's all I wanted to be teased a little bit with. Something that I knew could have been coming, but nothing. So I've still got hope for Stadia, and hope they do another Connect well before the PlayStation 5 or Xbox release.
Yeah. Have we checked the store just to see if there's any other, stealth drop or pro
It's
deal?
just the one hand clap and Orcs Must Die 3.
Oh my.
So no sales, no Connect
Nope.
sales, no.
No sales.
Oh my gosh. What the hell, guys? All right, yeah. I'm gonna go drink. All right. Well, too much, man. Too much. This is crazy. But appreciate you guys being here, man. You guys were awesome. Thank you for again rocking with us 2 hours early before the Connect. Sorry that it was a huge disappointment. Don't forget, every Saturday at 2 p.m. we do host the Cloud Gaming X podcast on here, and you met some of the members on the panel. We also have Jerry from Game Tech Planet, who was in the comments, and Mark from Mark Watts, VLG, and Sunny from Sunny Cloud Gaming, who are all members of this panel. So look forward to seeing you guys then. We'll definitely have other videos until then for sure. But again, appreciate you guys. Again, sorry that this was an absolute, I was going to say effery, but absolute disaster. But you guys rocked with us. Thank you guys also for just your super chats and donating. That was really cool to see. All right, fellas. Thank you. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Have a good one.